eyes wide open, with the eyes wide open. This is the end of the story. Everything we had, everything we did was turning dust, and dust not know the rest of us. But no, we never worry. Was the time to stop to stop being human? Just say you won't change. Now happen. We walk the plank with our eyes wide open. Walk the plank, our eyes wide open. Walk the plank with our eyes wide open. Call it the muttering voice. This and happen. Getting things set up here so we can get started. We walk the plank with our eyes wide open. All right. Oh, I almost posted Twitter in my channel instead of Twitch, like the Twitter channel in my Discord. Okay, I think we're good to go. We have some Genji. We walk the plank with our eyes wide open. We walk the plank with our eyes wide open. Good to see Albosta. Tier list Tuesday. That's the joke. I want to know what happened to Double Bubble, like it disappeared in Al. I mean, well, there's only one bubble, so a lot of the stuff got better. The Zarya nerfs definitely hurt, so yeah. Okay, let's get started. So we have 1.5 coaching sessions, and then tier list time. Oh, my neck. Okay. We walk the plank with our eyes wide open. We walk the plank with our eyes wide open. Made it like we have. I can't even remember the lyrics to that song. It's a good song though. I mean, in Overwatch 1. Oh man, I don't even remember. It's been so long. All right, let's go. Hey, how's it going?
Hey.
How are you? Getting you turned up for a second here. Sorry for running a little late. All my sessions run over as usual, so I'm sure ours will as well.
That's okay.
But okay, Genji. Ah, yes.
Yeah.
Ah, we're going to be good friends. I love coaching Genji. Genji's my favorite. I think I have second most hours on Genji over any hero, and third most. Okay, but still a lot of hours on Genji. Most DPS by far. He's what got me started in the game. I love it. Okay, so what got you interested in coaching?
Into yours specifically?
Sure.
Well, I played like League and I got decently high rank, right? And then I got burned out and I quit. And my friend was like, "Yo, come play Overwatch with me." I was like, "Yeah, sure."
All right.
And then I played like a bit and I was like, "You know what? This game is fun. I want to get good at it."
Right.
And I just like looked around and I found that you were like supposed to be good.
Okay, that's good to hear. Well, I'm glad to hear that. And then, so how long have you been playing the game?
Well, I played like way back in the beta in like Overwatch 1 for like a year or so, and then I just quit. And then I started like mid-season 2, so I have 100 hours-ish now, I think.
Nice. Okay. Nice. That's awesome.
Yeah, and I have like 80 of those in Genji.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. That's cool. That's cool. So anyway, you want to improve Genji. In your forum, he says hitting diamond. That long term, I'm aiming for Masters Plus. Where are you now? Are you still plat? Because it's been a little bit since you filled out the forum.
Yeah, I haven't played like in 5 days, and then
Oh no.
I played like 15 games today, and I hit plat 3, and then I hit plat 3 again.
Okay,
So
okay. I'm noticing something. You sound like a streaker, and not in a good way. You haven't played in 5 days. What happened?
well, I was feeling down, and then yesterday and the day before I was playing Rust. So
Okay. Makes sense. Were
yeah,
you feeling down in correlation to Overwatch or something personal that I should probably keep my nose out
uh,
of?
yeah, no, I've just been not Overwatch.
Gotcha. Okay, fair enough. I'm
Yeah,
sorry to hear that though.
no,
It's
it's
funny
okay.
how like that stuff can affect you so much, and affect your play.
Mm-hmm.
I was reading a book, really actually a great book called The Art of Learning, and this guy is like this chess grandmaster, one of the greats of all time with chess, and he was writing about how when he was stressed out about different things in his life, like reflected in the way he played. Like he would play
Mm,
worse, and for you were avoiding it entirely, but he would continue to train, and he would be making like he would hesitate or he'd rush into mistakes, and like the way he was feeling that was often like kind of translate into the way he played on the chessboard as well. Um, so that's why it's so important to try and find ways of not, I guess, avoiding bad things, but finding ways of dealing with it. It's like
mm-hmm.
I know a lot of pro players even that didn't play as good in the game because of something personal.
Yeah,
So
it gets to you. It
it
gets in your head,
does.
and it's
It
not good.
does. It's hard not to get to you. Like
Mm-hmm.
mentality is the most mentality and mechanics. That's how you become a
Yeah.
great player. Those are the two most important things, and one of those comes with practice. One of those also comes with practice, but can go in like just like that.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's hard. You have to safeguard it. So I'm sorry to hear that. I hope everything sorts itself out. And Diamond Masters. Why Diamond or Masters? Why not Plat? Plat's you're already, I guess, technically at or above average now. So why are you aiming higher?
'Cause I don't know, it's a fun game. Well,
Sure,
and I remember fondly that I like playing it a lot.
sure.
But yeah, I don't know. I'm doing good right now, I think, and I want to see where I can like take it. You know?
Okay, so you're doing good in game, and you want to continue to do good in game to do gooder. Okay,
Yeah, it's
fair
best.
enough. Fair enough. I guess when you hit diamond, you can definitely consider yourself a good player, right? I think it's like top 70-80%, something like that. So okay, let's keep going here. What do you hope to get out of the session? So obviously, if this has changed in the past 2 weeks, just let me know. Not sure, besides improvement, or maybe more accurately, be equipped with the tools to deal with my shortcomings / fix my mistakes. Do you want to elaborate on that one a little bit?
Yeah, sure. So, like, I think I have. I don't want to sound like I have like a lot of ego, um, but I think I have like ideas of like how to do things.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but also I like noticed that there's like I make like mistakes, and I've like been thinking about it. I'm honestly just not sure what I do, and then like going like forward, I also want to be able to know like to look at other things I'm doing wrong, and
Right.
be able to like I don't know how to explain it, but like be able to uh, to to expand my arsenal to like of like teaching a man to fish, right? I don't know how to explain that.
Yes. So you understand the hero better. So I don't have to tell you what you're doing wrong. You have a better understanding of the hero, so you can kind of feel or know when you're off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, that's
Yeah.
a good way to put it.
Yeah. Okay. It's hard to do it in the game, but certainly looking back at your gameplay. Do you ever do that? Have you ever done that before? Looked back at a replay code?
No, I'm scared of the review. It's terrifying.
Ah. Have you ever looked
I
at one
know.
yourself though, by yourself, of your own gameplay?
Well, I've looked at others' reviews, but I've not looked at my own.
Okay, that might be
Uh,
something to practice because as you're
yeah,
it is one thing to understand the game well enough to be able to review yourself, and then it's another thing to be able to have the mental capacity to review yourself. I
yeah,
remember back, this was many years ago. I was an okay coach, right? I understood the game pretty well, but I actually had a really hard time reviewing myself because whatever I would do is whenever I would see a mistake, I would do one of two things, and this is very common. I would either go, "Oh, I made that mistake because I thought this," right?
hmm
And it wouldn't even be like I would try and justify the mistake, right, instead of correcting it.
yeah. I see that a
Or
lot.
or I would go, "Oh, I shouldn't have dashed the Cassidy there. That was bad." But then what do I learn from that? Don't dash a Cassidy. I mean, I don't know. That seems like a very little niche one-time situation. Oh, I should have hit that shot. Well, that's not very helpful, right? Like, so you need to start practicing. If this is something that you want to improve at and become a more well-rounded player, start practicing even just once a week or twice a week. Try to look at your play and see if you can find any errors. Now, what we'll do today is we're going to cut out at least the first step of that, because we're going to give you stuff to look at, not only in your own game, but also when you're reviewing your own games as well. Maybe we'll talk about your deflect usage, your positioning, and then what I'll do is I'll say, okay, go review yourself once or twice a week. Look at how you're positioning. Oh yeah, I need to keep practicing this. Oh, this looks better. I've been definitely like the practice is paying off, right? That's kind of like what we want to aim for. But you need to start practicing that. If you want to get better at reviewing yourself, you need to practice reviewing yourself. Even if you don't necessarily have the knowledge totally or just yet, it can't hurt to practice it, because just having the knowledge alone won't teach you how to review yourself, if that makes sense. It's hard to do. Okay, let's keep going here. So understand the game better, understand what you need to be doing better, understand the hero better, so that you don't necessarily need a coach in your back ear telling you what to do all the time. All right.
Champion mastery, yeah.
Yeah, I got you. Okay. Anything additional you would like Spilo to know? I've been considering picking up a secondary DPS, and I've sort of rotated between Ashe, Bash, the Soldier, and Cassidy. I used to play Hitscan, but I've sort of just become a Genji OTP. Well, how is that going?
Yeah, I don't know. I played some Soldier today, and then I also played some Ashe, and I played some Cassidy, and yeah, I don't know.
You're in an awkward
I also
position.
Hitscan one trick in the beginning, but not longer.
Yeah, you're in an awkward position because you don't have to pick up a secondary DPS, but if you want to, you can. But I guess the awkward position for you is that you're still relatively new to the game. You haven't put a lot of hours in other heroes. Like, how many hours do you have on like Ashe total? Do you know?
I don't know. I think I have like maybe 8.
Yeah, you see the problem there? You don't really even
probably
know.
Not even, probably less.
Right.
I think the character most us is Reinhardt.
Right.
So.
Right. So you don't even necessarily know. The problem with that is not that you're not going to be good at Ashe, obviously, but you don't even know whether you like Ashe, really, right? Yeah. Like, you haven't played her enough.
She's fun, I guess.
Yeah. So here's what I would do. Here's what I do. If you want to pick up a secondary DPS, I would try aiming for 8 to 10 hours on some of the DPS that you think that you might like, and just to see which one you like the most, and then add that one. But I would try and give some hours to it so you actually can answer that question, because if you only play a hero a couple of games, you might not really know, right?
Yeah. It's just the games where Genji feels like unplayable. I want to have something I can like fall back on. You know?
Right. And so that's where we knock out 2 things with one, because if Genji feels unplayable, maybe it's your understanding of the hero is bad, so you don't know how to adjust, or maybe you need to add the secondary DPS. Let's practice doing both of those things, right? Okay. Let's practice both of those things. Okay. Let's keep going here. So hitting diamond. Okay, what is your current training schedule? So I know you had some personal stuff come up and you had to take a little bit of a break, but on the average, or let's say usual week, how much time do you play per day? Do you take any days off? Do you warm up? And so
on. I usually play most days-ish, because I'm a student with like nothing to do and no social life. So
okay, yeah. Fair enough. How's studying going?
I don't know. Not so good, except my average went from like D to, when we had exams, back to A, but I don't know.
Okay.
No, I'll play like maybe 3-4 hours in a usual day.
Okay.
My warm out would usually just be a comp game. So.
Okay. Warm up is just a comp game itself.
Yeah, well, interesting. I play a little bit of the. Do you know the DMGRE? It's like the Hanamura Genji blade on.
Ah, yes.
Yeah. I played that one in queue.
Have you tried playing Vaxta, Tryhard, or the Iostux's new warm up before?
I haven't tried Iostux yet. I tried the Vaxta one, but whenever I do it, it's like I can't focus on it. My eyes like blur out. I don't know.
Okay. Have you tried Tryhard FFA?
I played it like once, and then I kind of just forgot about it. I'll be honest.
I will put this on your channel. I want you to try these things. I have not tried the Iostux one, so you will then go experiment for me and tell me what you think. You're gonna be my guinea pig here. Let me actually link it. Okay, there it is. Okay, yeah, I just sent you the video. Try it. It's like Vaxta, but maybe a little bit more interesting. But I think like for 5-10 minutes, I think that will help you to warm up for your ranked game a little
Okay.
bit better. Give that one a shot.
Sure.
I think the thing with Genji, the reason why I like tryhard especially is because you're going to be wall climbing and dueling and deflecting a lot, which is what we want to be practicing, right? You don't just want to be hitting shots with Genji, right? It's a lot more
Yeah.
complicated than that. Somebody in chat says, I feel like it's really hard to find a try-hard lobby lately. That might be the case as well. You might not be able to
Yeah.
find one if it's not
I
there.
found like one with
Right.
like 2 players.
Right,
So.
right. So if it happens, it happens, you know? So do the best that you can. Okay, but 3 to 4 hours, do you play about every day?
Yeah, usually maybe I take like a day off the week, but
Okay, so
most
you're
days, yeah.
you're playing plenty to reach diamond over time. We just need to be patient, be consistent, and make sure that we're getting good, high quality training. Because it's not about the amount of hours, because you're playing around 20 hours per week right now. It's
Yeah,
gonna be about
quality
how
over content.
right. It's about how focused you are, how focused, how much energy do you have goals, and so on. Okay. That's all I've got so far. Last question from me, anyway. What do you feel is holding you back from improving? Well, besides everything, I appreciate the humility. I think my micro could be significantly better. Like your mechanics, your wall climbing, your duels, stuff like that.
Yeah, I think maybe specifically more my I think my right clicks are really bad in duels.
Okay. I think I autopilot a lot down mid.
Yeah. Do you
So
call it main? Sorry.
yeah, no, I know what you meant. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So you just basically just don't really think about your positioning, just kind of like play.
Yeah, I'll like die and I'll just run down mid, die again. Bad habit, yeah.
Definitely a bad habit, but maybe something that's okay. Here's something to think about. Okay, have you ever played a sport before, like as a kid, growing up, or anything like that?
I think I played like football once with my friends.
Sure. So when you play it for like a sport, you have practices and then you have a game, and then you have practices and then you have a game. In the game, you're not practicing; you're just playing, right? So something that might be fun to kind of keep things fresh for you is to have like 4-5 days a week where you're practicing intensely, really hard, and then 1 day per week where you just run it down mid, just play.
Just
Play
have
for
fun.
Yeah, just have fun.
Okay.
Exactly. Maybe even 2 days per week, just have fun. And just kind of see how you're doing. Because when you're having fun, that will show you what your level of play really is at, right?
Okay.
When you're not focused and you're not stressed and you're just playing, you can kind of see what mistakes are. Because this VOD that we're probably going to look at is probably one like that, where you're just playing, right? And so what those are good ones to review as well. Okay, so autopiloting down mid though all the time, and especially if you're not doing good things when you're autopiloting is bad. So
yeah, I need to work on my resets like mentally so I can like get back in the game. I think.
Right, and that's a very hard skill. If I had that question gets asked all the time, right? It's a hard thing to practice, and then by extension of that, a general understanding of what to be doing when. The biggest issue is probably my timing and going in with my team. So understanding of what to be doing when, and then timing. What do you mean timing? Why are you saying timing? Have you seen some of my videos before?
Yeah, I've consumed a decent amount of maybe more recent content.
Okay. So you know your timing is your issue, and so you need to continue.
Well, I feel like it. I don't know.
You feel like it. Okay. Well, how do you know it's the issue?
Well, I've like sort of noticed like when I'm playing, and I don't know, right? I have like a like a Ramatra Reinhardt duel, right? And I don't know when I'm supposed to be like I don't know, setting up or like getting to go into. Like either I'll go in too early and the team will turn on me, I'll die, or like I'll go in too late and it's I don't know like when I'm supposed to like be there. Or like I'll be spamming like left click, I don't know.
Okay, so and sometimes it's an understanding. You don't know when to go, so you feel like your timing is bad.
Yes.
Okay. Now, the only way to know for sure.
The cues.
What is it?
I'm not noticing the cues of like.
Yes, I got it. The only way to know for sure about whether something is an issue, though, is to actually look at your own gameplay, right? So maybe that's something that, like, if you feel like your timing is an issue because you're not sure when to go, that's fine. But then maybe your timing isn't an issue usually. You just haven't really looked at your gameplay afterwards. So maybe that's something to look at once a week or so. Okay. But anyway, long story short, let's get into this. Do you have a replay code for me?
I do.
Okay. Do you have any questions before we get into the gameplay?
Not really. Is there anything I should like be thinking about like while we're going through this?
The during the review right now?
Yeah.
No. I will ask you lots and lots and lots of questions.
Okay. Does this work?
That should work. Let me give this a shot.
I'm not the most proficient person with this.
Well, it's fine. You're new to it, so. And it works. Paraiso. Let's pull this up. You're gonna have to deal with my Discord stream bitrate.
That's okay.
All right. Odysseus. I like your name, by the way.
Thank you.
Have you ever read the Odyssey?
I did a long time ago.
I enjoyed it. Thought it was good. I actually liked it better than the Iliad. I was a big fan. Telemachus and all the gang, you know. Okay, let's think about this. So, what are the strengths of Genji as a hero?
Yeah, I don't know, Chief. I don't know.
Listen,
I really know how to answer that one.
Okay. What do you feel like are the strengths of the hero?
I think for me it feels like he's like very good at like punishing like mistakes.
Yes. Why would you say that? Why do you say that?
When someone misses, it's really easy to go in. And
why
like,
is it really easy to go in?
Like,
yes, dash, right?
Yeah. Or you have like wall climb and
right.
You have a like amazing defensive ability, deflect, right? You have great mobility.
Mm-hmm.
You can easily like versatile with like left click and right click, right?
So your mobility allows you to kind of punish enemy mistakes.
That's what it feels like.
Yeah, to choose your targets. Yeah, 100%. And think about like the best positions on the map, all the high grounds, the flanks, the angles that you can take, and you just don't get punished for them. If you mess up, you have your deflect, you have your wall climb, you have your dash, your double jump, and so on to kind of get you out of jail free. So for Genji, it's all about am I leveraging my mobility as much as I can. You might have missed this, but back in Overwatch 1, there was this horrible myth that was very, very common that you can play for duelist or diver, or you can play to farm blade in your own team's tank backline. And it's just a load of stinking horse manure. It's a horrible myth. Whether you're farming blade or playing for assassinations, you need to take good positions, high grounds, angles, things like that. Yeah. And then you also need to consider, is there anything that's going to force my deflect by just standing there? So for example, versus this composition, like let's say that you were way over here. Would you just want to stand and jump in the air and throw shurikens at the soldier right here?
I mean, he just like looks at me and beams me.
Right,
and I'm not having a good time.
Right. And you just you get your deflect forced, and then you either die or you have to go away and you can't throw shurikens anymore. So for you, it's going to be about, can I close the distance on these guys? Wait a second. Right?
Yeah, he's like right in the open.
Right. Now you could close the distance.
On him, yeah.
Right. And you could close the distance and beat this guy in a 1v1 if... What do you need to beat a Junkrat in a 1v1?
Not die? I don't know. Hit my shots?
Yes. And your deflect, right?
Yeah.
If you don't have your deflect, do you want to get closer to this guy?
No,
right? So there's so much dynamic, and this is what makes Genji so hard. It's like, do I dive the junk or do I not, or do I get close to the soldier? Oh no, there's a junk behind me. It's balancing all of these things at once. So for you, it's going to be about, as Genji, what are the best positions that I can take to threaten dives or do spam damage? Look for opportunities to pressure in, and when you do dash in, when you do commit, generally it's almost always crucial that you have an escape route. For example, let's watch what happens right here. You just go. Maybe not the best play, but it's probably fine because there's Winston in here. Let's say you don't get the kill here. What's your escape path?
I think I just walk down to
right, you just fall. You just fall.
Yeah.
That's it. You're safe. If they chase you, you still have your deflect, you still have your HP, you still have cover, and they give up positioning to chase you.
Yeah.
But you always have, if this doesn't work, I have a disengage tool. And even though you didn't get the kill, look at the soldier's positioning. You see it? Bang. He's lost his positioning. Right. Yeah. That's what a quote-unquote mobile or dive hero does. You say, that is a good position. I'm going to take it away from you now. Right?
Yeah.
Let's keep watching. So you've already kind of done your job here. You've done a great job. And then now you could take, and look at that, the Junkrat dies for it. Now you can take this position and use it selfishly. Do you see that? Now you can use it for, like, as in you don't just take this position away from soldier, but now you get this position for your own damage, right? For your own damage. Right? Okay. Now,
I don't know how well I use it, but yeah.
By the way, we talked about timing, right? Going in at the same time as your Winston. What do you think about your timing disengage?
I don't know if I should have been earlier, but like for me, it's like if I go too early, I don't like I'll get forced out.
Yeah, I think it was totally fine. I think it was totally fine. I think the Winston bubble got like nuked, but I think you went in with your Winston as quickly as you could. Yeah, I think it was fine. I actually think going in early with Genji is generally pretty bad because, like you said, you get forced out so fast. Whereas a tank takes a little bit more
like
time.
Secondary for a lot.
Right. And you're the real kill threat too. So you want to be the surprise, right? You want to be like, they're all prepared for the tank, focus on the tank, and then bam, Genji comes in and kills them. You're like, what? Right? All right. Yeah, this is so far been very good. Let's see what happens. Winston's in, we dash in. Now, here's the thing. You
this is bad.
Don't really have an escape route here. Kind of, sort of.
Yeah.
But you kind of do. Like, okay, let's say you don't get the kill in this Mercy. Where's your escape route / where's your cover? Where's your defensive position?
I mean, I can sort of use the floor of high ground to protect me.
Right? This is why high ground's good, right? So you can kind of throw up here, throw a shurikens, duck behind, crouch, maybe get your deflect floors. And surely by the time that they actually push you out, you'll have your dash again, correct?
Yeah.
So I really like this. You don't need to be shooting the same target as Winston. You can actually force the distraction on Winston and then kill somebody else while they're distracted. The problem here is what? What's the problem? Why is this bad? The idea was bad. The idea was good, excuse me. The execution was good. The timing was good. The target was good. What went wrong?
I forgot mechanically.
That's it.
Yeah, I set my macros back.
That's it.
I'm not good at hitting my shots.
You missed your shots. That's okay. We can live with that. That is fine.
Well, it feels like saying that is like a cop out, like justifying.
Yes. But trust me, as we go through this VOD, if all we see are mechanical mistakes, then we will not be concerned. And if all we do see is mechanical mistakes, we'll have a very clear path to improvement.
I don't
play more ranked. We'll go ahead.
I don't think that's all we'll see.
I don't think so either. But if that is a big thing that we see, even if it's not the only thing, if it is a big thing, then we'll know you need to play more tryhard FFA. You need to keep playing more ranked. Right? That might be the answer. Yeah. Sometimes that really is just the answer. Now, be careful about where you are right now, right? Because remember we talked about the high ground position. Look at where you are right now. This is high risk.
I left it, yeah.
So as soon as your deflect ends, we need to have an escape route. Where are you thinking right now?
I mean, I could theoretically try to run behind them through that little door there.
Yeah, I think so too. I think so too. You could wall climb up. I think you might get shot as you do that. You might die. I was probably thinking tuck in this mini, maybe throw some shurikens, I'll wait for a dash. I don't know.
Sure.
You can't be here though. You can't be here.
Yeah, I don't get punished for it though.
You almost died. Check this helix. Oh. Like, almost. Your Zenyatta bails you out. Your Zenyatta on a bail you out. And the Winston is creating so much attention. He's baiting. And so now, you know.
I get hard carried by my team.
Easy, yes. These 180s look a little bit slow. What's your EDPI right now? Your sensitivity times your DPI?
8,000?
8,000?
Yeah.
Then your sensitivity is more than high enough. You just need more practice 180. That's all.
I've been trying to work on my flicks a bit more because this week I increased it by like about 2,000 EDPI. So.
Okay. How big is your mouse pad? Like in terms of your hand size, arm size? Is it good enough? Is it big enough?
I think my like physically I have enough. I just need more practice.
Okay, perfect.
I bought a big mouse pad because I was a big head scan player with like low sensitivity.
Yeah. Okay. This is a criminal mistake that I feel every Genji needs to hear a little bit.
Hit me.
You cannot do this. You cannot do this. Because why is this an issue? You already see why here. Your Winston's about to jump, right?
Yeah, so
where are you?
I'm losing my cooldowns and I'm out of position and
Yes.
I can't follow up on anything.
Correct. You might not even be able to dash or dive in very hard here, but you'd at the very least when Winston jumps in, maybe throw some shurikens on Torb or Rissa, maybe break Torb turret, maybe dash in the Kiriko, maybe follow up on the dive, right? But you can't do that, right? So where should you position?
It's actually worse than doing nothing.
It is worse than doing nothing, because not only that, but it's also you're baiting your Ana to heal you when your Winston's jumping in. When your Ana should be healing your monkey who's actually going in, right? So where should you be right now? I don't know if you can take any position, right? See the Kiriko? See the soldier?
Yeah.
Maybe we just need to AFK.
Maybe I could go high ground on the window. Though.
Right. Maybe we could go here. Maybe we could just sit here and wait for a Winston. And then go from there. Let's see. But your Winston's in and you're not. And that's a tragic. That's just an absolute travesty.
Yeah.
Good priority in the Torb turret. And now, where could you be?
I could probably crawl up on the, what do you call that, purple thing? Or I could go in the window where a soldier?
You could go here and hide from the soldier. You could go up here, right? And set up. And maybe, right? And then listen for your Winston, right? Listen. You've done a pretty good job playing around. You said timing might have been an issue with you, but so far you have been paying attention to your Winston's timing. The only issue this engage was that you got your cooldowns forced. And that was your fault, right? You just peeked. I think it's like a lower rank, mid rank Genji habit where you're like, oh, if I walk in front of the enemy team and deflect, they will shoot my deflect. And then I will get a bunch of ult charge and maybe I'll get a kill. But that means then you can't really play the game after that happens.
It works like 1/10 of the time. So,
right. And as you get at higher ranks, it's going to work less and less. Even when it does work, even in lower ranks like silver, gold, it doesn't work enough to make it a good play. You really need to take a position. This is the running it down mid, right? It's easier for you to die here, and it also means that when your Winston jumps soon, you're not in a good position. Think about this. You're here, right?
Yeah.
And then we're
showing from up top.
You're here. And oh my, you see this? Your Winston jumps, you have instant access on the backline. And what's the best part about engaging here? You have an escape route?
I don't think they'll turn on me. I mean, I can crawl up and...
Right. You can crawl back up and deflect, right? You can dash in, duck in this corner here. Dash in, duck in this corner here. Heck, you might not even need to dash. Options. You could just continue to walk around and just shoot him in the back, 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 shoot him in the back. It's misery. And you've got a primal as well. So your Winston's going to be creating so much space. This is... Oh, man. It's just your positioning, right? Like, it's a little bit... I think you canceled your deflect on accident. Oh, no. It actually hit the wall. But it's just your positioning. And then, obviously, now, even without that death there, you see...
Yeah, it's a really big grief. I was actually really angry when I did that. At myself.
Well, okay. When you make a mistake, you're angry because you're like, oh, I should know better than that, right? I shouldn't do that.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Right. Does that make you better?
No.
Go next.
Yeah.
Fix it. If I take a baseball bat and I hit a grandma with a baseball bat, does it make it feel any better for me to be angry at myself for hitting her with a baseball bat? No. Right? You need help the grandma, right? Like, it's not about you or no, get over yourself. Fix the problem. Fix it. You did something really stupid, really bad. Fix it. Don't feel bad about yourself. Don't get angry at yourself. That doesn't help.
Do it again.
All right. Careful. You're down 2, right? You need to be careful. Yeah, not my best analogy ever, but whatever.
Yeah.
It's okay, right? What is this trance?
Yeah, I was.
Oh
yeah, this was. Don't look.
Oh no. You're just. This is the timing a little bit, right? I think you're just like go, but you're. We're over here. You know, take the position and wait. Take the position and wait. Yeah. It's
just bad.
This is not, you are not good at Genji in terms of like you can't click heads or you're not very good at blading. Nobody can make this blade work. Nobody. Impossible. You see it?
Yeah.
Bad position, bad timing, rushing, forcing, relax. And this is why getting mad at yourself doesn't work. Because do you see what you did? Getting mad at yourself fix the problem?
No,
you were like, I need to get it, right? And they did the exact same thing again.
Yeah.
Being determined and angry at yourself is not a virtue. People think that, oh, if
No.
I'm mad at myself and I'm tough on myself, then that's good. No. That doesn't do anything.
Yeah, I have a big issue. I don't know if it's an issue, but I see like every time something goes wrong, it's always my fault. So
Right. A lot of people blame their teammates. Some people blame themselves. They're both bad. It's both bad.
I primarily just blame myself all the time. So
Right. But if the end goal is to improve, then blaming yourself doesn't matter. Take responsibility, but don't blame, because the blame
I'm taking
is
it too far. Yeah.
right. Exactly. It's too far. It's too far. It goes from being a productive thing to where you're being honest with yourself and keeping focus on the things that you need to be doing better, versus the directionless emotion, directionless anger that doesn't really end up helping you at all, right? When you're angry at yourself there, why are you angry at yourself? Oh, I messed up, right?
Yeah.
But what was the mistake?
I just made a mechanical misplay.
I wouldn't even say mechanical misplay here.
Oh, here, my understanding was bad.
Right, you forced it. You were not paying attention to timing. You did not take a good position. So let's put attention on that.
Yeah,
and if you're not sure, right, and if you're not sure what the error was, well, getting angry about it's not going to help you solve it. What? Right?
I need to look at it like
right.
Look at it with the facts.
Right. Or just forget about it because you don't have time to think about it and focus on what you need to be doing next fight. Oh shoot.
Yeah.
They have no ultimates, right? They've used all the ultimates. What should I be doing next fight? Where could I position? Right? That's what you should be thinking about right now. What do I need to be doing this fight? Where's my Orisa? You know? Be productive. Okay. Hanzo will be back soon.
I think here I was just like, okay, I need to just like spam a bit, not go crazy. And then I went anyways.
You know? I mean, I guess I get it because he was low, but, you know.
Yeah, I don't know. I thought I could kill him, and then I was like, wait, what the fuck am I actually doing here?
You missed the shot?
Yeah.
And if nothing else...
It's just high risk, low reward type play, I think.
Right. Well, I wouldn't even say low reward, because if you get the kill, you get the kill. There was an opportunity to get the kill there. But then I guess the thing that annoys me is you mess up. We need to immediately deflect. We're a little slow in the deflect. And then what should be our mindset right now? What's the play?
Get out.
Get out. Could we have gotten out? Probably not. But we didn't even try. You didn't even try. You walked forward. You're like, oh, you know.
I just committed to the play.
Right. You make a mistake, and then instead of making the necessary adjustment of like, I messed up, that sucks, let's still try and salvage this. No, you're just like angrily committing more and more and more and more. Right. That's the spiral, right? Where you make a mistake, and then now we've seen 3 fights in a row that you have thrown.
Yeah.
3 fights.
Yeah, it's just I'm not really thinking. I'm just playing.
Take that right high ground angle. I mean, this is okay. Nice. I like that right high ground angle just because it's easier to avoid that Orisa, easier to avoid spam damage, right? It's also harder for them to hit shots right up here, right? You have better cover, right? That's why high ground matters, right? Better angles to get to backline, better cover as well.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, I need to be better at taking high ground.
Oh, we almost got it. That would have been...
that isn't.
Yes, that would have been amazing. The deflected fire strike.
Yeah, I tried.
Have you ever done that before?
Once.
That's great, isn't it?
It really is.
Sometimes where I could forgive you not being on an angle, maybe, you know. Maybe it's just too juicy, you know. Remember the first fight? I remember how our play was a dash on a soldier, and then we didn't get the kill, but what? What did the soldier do?
The dash onto Junkrat, and then sort of the pseudo turn onto the soldier, forcing him off high ground. Oh, he didn't. I don't know if I specifically forced him, but he jumped off.
You see?
Yeah.
This guy's dangerous.
I look at him, I think, in a second.
Yeah. This guy is dangerous. My problem, though, is that you probably look at him. Nice.
I do.
But why aren't we here already? I feel like we should have already been migrating this direction anyway. You don't have to dive through here, but you could throw some shurikens. You could be a thorn in their side from this position. And can you die from here?
No.
No way. Not with this cover, deflect, dash out. You got your healer, LOS. Yeah. Don't let this guy be here. Prevent him from even being there in the first place. right? There it is. Opportunity.
Yeah.
Yeah. That wasn't bad. Ooh. Ooh! That's unfortunate. That's unlucky. Not bad. Don't. You know, even here, sneak around, shoot that Reinhardt in the back, scout out.
Oh no, it's gonna get scary soon.
Right,
oh, no.
right. Now, if there's like a Trace over here or Roadhog, and you're like, I'm scared to go completely by myself. Maybe you have to be careful, but I don't think this is the. I think you could get shattered or
Tracer
carried
Plus is scary, dude.
Oh yes. Oh no! Unlucky. I think this is mostly okay. Like you see, like okay, let's look at this from the perspective of what we're trying to do, right?
Okay.
Do you have an escape route if you dash through this?
Yeah, by killing someone else.
Yes. Well, that and also you could theoretically walk.
Yeah, I can crawl up to high ground. Right.
Right.
I can walk in the little canopy.
Right.
No, the little room. Sorry.
Yeah. You just missed Shurikens here. And then we just axe. This guy's 1 HP. 1 HP. So you know what? We're going to bring out the word that we brought out earlier. A little bit of mechanics, a little bit unlucky. I think you played that fight reasonably well. What do you think?
Okay. I don't know. I mean, I think I should hit the shots.
I think so too. But I can't. But when you're focusing and giving feedback for yourself, how do you improve your mechanics?
Acceptance of the fact that I didn't live up to what I should have lived up to, or wanted me to live up to.
And then go practice, right? The reason why we're looking for things other than mechanics is because mechanics means that you need to play more, okay? That's fine, or play more consistently, okay? But we're trying to look for things that you could be thinking about in-game that are not mechanics, if possible.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, this is the common hit the tank.
Where should you be?
I think I should just stay up then. Look on maybe Kiriko.
Are you going to get a single?
Soldier?
Are you going to get kills from this position? Look at their comp. Probably not, right? Maybe you hit a couple of crazy Shurikens, but I promise you force Valk. I promise you would force Valk if you hit a couple of Shurikens here. Or you'd force Torbjorn to look at me, and you force Kiriko, and maybe a Suzu, and then all of a sudden this Reinhardt's not getting healing, and he's not getting damage, and then he dies. And the disc, you will do more damage to Reinhardt by not shooting Reinhardt, by controlling this position.
Essentially what you're saying is the pressure I'm applying at the backline effectively takes away healing from the tank, allowing my team to push through.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And why are you allowed to shoot backline here? Because you're not always going to be able to get this deep, this close to a backline without dying, right? But why can you do it here?
No one is going to contest me.
But why can you do it here? Look at this positioning.
Because I have a cover.
Cover, high ground, escape route if you need to, right? There you go. It's a good position. So if you hold it and you use it, you will win the fight. If you're here, we might get shot or ulted or pinned or random crap, right?
Yeah.
You get to use BAP window, so that's 1+.
Yeah.
But I'm not even sure that that's worth it.
I think that's why I didn't go high ground immediately.
I generally don't recommend sitting behind BAP windows, Genji. I don't think that it's worth it.
Okay.
Nice.
This is bad. Oh, no.
That's okay. It's just so much easier to see what's going on when you're not standing right in the middle of the things. You know what I'm saying? So much easier to set up those plays. That's the other thing as well. Do you see the visual clutter? Watch this.
Yes. I was losing it.
Exactly. It's like, it's just like we don't even know where the supports are.
Yeah.
We don't even know where the supports are.
Yeah, my brain just exploded.
Yeah. No real position for us to hold. We need to get out. Out. Uh-oh. Oh, we're wasting ults now. That's okay. That's good. I think practicing your flick dash is helpful. Now, again, my first response here is, yes, shooting Reinhardt's fine, but also, where's that Kiriko? Is that Kiriko going to push up and try and heal that Rein? Can I prevent her from pushing up and trying to heal that Rein? You know what I'm saying? That's my gut instinct here. And I think your instinct is to just immediately turn on the Reinhardt, which is fine-ish, but even then, right? We die
Yeah.
for it instead of trying to.
I was just like, Reinhardt's out of position. I didn't even notice the Kyoko.
If you're a Reaper, maybe that's a little bit different, right? But you're not.
Sure, yeah, that's true.
Nice. You have an escape route here too, don't you? Right? Even here, you can wall climb and deflect out.
I don't think I need to, but
You didn't need to, no. But if you needed to, you would have had it. Nice. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Get off of cart, get off of cart, get off of cart. Think about it. Would you be here? Maybe. What about like hiding up in here? Maybe. Maybe playing defensively.
Oh yeah, I was like,
maybe here.
Why didn't I just go? I was.
Yeah. Get off of cart.
This is really yeah.
Because they're going to touch. So you want to think about what's the best position for you to be. You know. Ouchies. Yeah. Ouchies. 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 Now Kiriko boosted Bastion. That's rough either way, but surely we could have thought of a better position. Okay.
Yeah. No, that was.
First off, do you have any questions so far?
No, not really.
Okay. Second off, what are you seeing as some things that we probably need to be practicing a little bit better so far?
I think I just need to. I feel like my ability usage needs a bit of work.
Okay. Be specific.
Like throwing them on my. Well, like when I just like walk down, I was like, oh yeah, I can just deflect for like ult charge, right?
Right. Okay, so be careful about just deflecting for ult charge instead of using it to win a 1v1 or to defend yourself, okay? What else are we seeing?
I think they're like, I think there's like a sort like, I think the root issue to like, that branches out to like the smaller things like ult usage, it's just like I feel like it's just inattentiveness to the game. Like I'm not really like, my mind is not in, I'm not really paying attention. I don't know how to put that. I'm just mindlessly playing. I'm not like thinking, okay, I should be taking angles, I should be going high ground, I should be trying to spam from this.
Right. So the inattentiveness that leads to sloppiness with your positioning, that leads to sloppiness with your deflect usage, that leads to sloppiness with your cover usage.
Exactly,
correct? Yeah. Okay, makes sense. And we fix the inattentiveness by being aware of it, and then by turning that inattentiveness towards something productive, like every single fight. Where should I be? Even between fights, trying to think ahead of time. Where do I think I want to go? What angles can I try and contest? And so on. Make sense?
Yes.
Let's keep watching, and we will get a little bit more, I guess, data to decide on what we think so far. Nice. Now, Winston is not the best target to shoot, but you do decent damage to Winston. And also, if you look back at this fight here, Winston felt like he was playing much more aggressive than the rest of his team, right? So could we have controlled the soldier a little bit? Maybe. But I'm also not too upset if we shoot the soldier, or the Winston, excuse me. We just need to get the kill.
I'd just be a bit scared maybe I'm going on soldier because of like his team and mercy and everything.
Right. No escape route really there either, right? Careful.
Yeah.
Nice. Opportunity. And if we fail in this opportunity, what would have happened? We would have dropped, deflected, ducked around, tucked around. We might still have died, but surely it would have been better than, we would have not immediately died, right? Everything with Genji is a risk versus reward, you know? You need to find that balance between taking calculated risks, but also not being scared to trust yourself mechanically. Because if you never push yourself mechanically, you will never get better. So this is good. Be brave, but also have logic behind the decisions that you make. That was a very logical dash. That's my new band name. Logical Dash. Indie punk, you know? We got a new album coming out.
Nice.
My dad used to do that with like, what are good death metal bands? Just slap two random nouns together, like burning hot tub. Okay, yeah, we're getting distracted here. We're getting distracted. Let's say I'm getting distracted. Okay, problem here.
Problem here? I probably shouldn't be looking at the tank, and I'm like right out in the open.
You're out in the open, and you're not looking at the tank. Why is looking at the tank a problem? You don't do a lot of damage to a tank, right?
Yeah.
Second thing.
It'll take me like a million right clicks.
Right. And what are you not looking at when you're looking at the tank? The real threats.
Squishies.
The real threats, right? And so this is kind of what happens here to an extent. where you're putting a lot of attention on Winston, and then you almost died to a Junkrat. You took a huge amount of damage from a Junkrat grenade, right? That you didn't even know was there, right? Keep your attention, right?
Hit the tank syndrome.
Right. And sometimes that's okay, sometimes it's not. Very much out in the open, though. Very much out in the open. No high ground, no cover. It's not that deep, you know. And I think this fight was lost. To be honest with you, I think your backline died. Unfortunate, but we certainly didn't help.
Yeah. Yeah. What could I have done different? Doesn't really matter what the outcome was.
Right. What will win 60% of the fights for my team? Get out. Keep shooting the Winston. Is anybody else following up? Nope, just the Winston. Okay. Then good to go. And he wastes a primal. Looks good.
Yeah. I was really confused with this round, I'll be honest.
Yeah, okay, go back up. Now, here's my question for you. You respond to Soldier on the flank here, but would you have taken high ground if the Soldier had not been there? You see? I don't know.
The honest answer, no. The answer I hope would be yes, but I don't think so. I'll probably just sit
Right. And a lot of it is just expect this to happen. This is what good DPS will do. And especially as you get better and better. They will do things like this to try and follow up, right?
Well, especially so running around.
Very fast, right? Yeah. And he's out. He's out. Now, sometimes flanks can be a little bit too deep, right? So you're here.
Yeah.
Unless your Mercy's with you, you might need to be a little bit careful. Because you won't get support here. And you certainly need to pay attention to good timing with your tank. Because any damage you take here is permanent. As you can see. There's a greedy deflect. And now your Orisa is N. And you are out.
Yeah.
You know?
And the Winston is ready to wreak havoc.
What would have been the better play here? Instead of just making fun of you for making a mistake, what would have been better? Better position, better timing? From where? And from when?
From this position?
I don't know, anywhere. You tell me. Where could you have gone somewhere better? Could you have timed it better? I don't know.
I mean, I don't think it's too bad to spam here and then maybe move up to the green room, maybe. Like, I'm just scared of being too close for Winston to jump on me and forcing me off.
If Winston jumps you, you should be very happy as Genji.
Really?
Because he will never kill you. You'll either walk away or you'll dash away. Right?
Yeah, but I feel like then I burn dash.
But what did he burn?
His jump, but isn't it like a way lower cooldown than...
Well, it's not just usually jump. If your position...
Like bubble as well?
He will probably use bubble as well, more often than not. Otherwise, he'll take huge chunks of damage. At least if you're properly positioned. If you're literally like in their backline and he's like, okay, I'm just going to jump this kid, you know what I'm saying? Sure. Yeah. But if you're holding like a good high ground, like let's say here, if he jumps, then you will have Mercy Pocket, or maybe you'll have healing from Ana or Torbjorn or something like that. Your team will be able to see you, and then they will force bubble. Bubble is the most powerful.
Team really follow up if I'm in the green thing right now, and Winston jumps on me?
Great point. So Winston jumps on you by yourself and forces you out.
Yeah.
So then is this position good?
No, right.
Maybe, but not maybe you have to be sneaky about it.
That's really something, yeah, or there's something better somewhere.
Right. So maybe you would start here, poke out a little bit, but be very careful. Maybe have a Mercy Pocket, and then listen for Winston jump. Oh, Winston's jumping me, I'm going to back off. I don't have to use dash, right? But I'm not going to be playing way out in the open here where it's easy for him to clear me. You make great points. There's an answer here somewhere. So let's go back and ask the question again. Where should you be when?
Why don't I just sit on the like far right side by my team?
Like here? Yeah, and then you can deepen, right? If you're you can deepen here, right? Maybe. Yeah, that's another option as well. I don't know, like you don't need to come up with the perfect answer here, but something has to be better than what we did right now. Certainly.
Yeah.
This is a mistake. That's a mistake, and just the initial positioning was a mistake as well. And now, oh dear, we're shooting Winston, but what else is there to shoot from our position, right?
I mean, I could probably go on Kiriko.
Now we could go on Kiriko. Now, but prior to that, there was nothing. That should be a red flag about your positioning.
Oh, if there was nothing to like look at or what?
Yes. If there, you can shoot nothing but Winston bubble, you need to be asking yourself, what's wrong with my positioning? Is there something wrong with my positioning? Nicely done. Stop. This guy's the real threat, honestly. You know? This is probably fine because he's low, but just be very careful.
I honestly don't think I even noticed him up there.
Okay, sure.
Before he came down.
Sure. So that's why we need to be practicing this though. Because if you're not aware, that doesn't forgive. You know, you have to be aware. That's what your hero does. You should be assuming. Remember like the soldier on the flank here? Right? You should assume that this guy was here. Ahead of time.
Because that's what like soldier probably would be looking to do.
Mm-hmm. That's what you would do, right?
That's definitely what I would be doing.
Yeah. So that's what they will do too.
Okay.
You see it? Here it is again.
Yeah, I should just be sitting up top.
I mean, this guy's trolling. You know?
Yeah. If I was sitting up there, I could just kill him.
Here, or even the higher risk position, like we said here. They're on Ryan, by the way, now too, so they can't control this high ground at all. So
I was really happy when they swapped off Ryan.
Yeah. Ryan struggles more versus Genji.
Yes.
Can't control your fist. These deflects. Good try.
Thank you.
Probably take the top away from that Junkrat. Take the top away from that Junkrat. Yep. Just be careful that you don't have deflect. So what I would probably have done is probably wall climbed up here and thrown shurikens and not dashed him because I didn't have deflect, right? And this is the micro, right? This is the micro that you're saying where a better Junkrat kills you there immediately. You just need to know that duel a little bit better. But that being said, I love the intention. Look where he's at, right? He's gone. Yeah. Right? He was not a threat.
I see wall climbing up, but I was just thinking, okay, I'll just wait for dash and then I'll go in.
Right. I think we're making the mistake though, because we force him back a little bit and we assume that our job's done. Right? But stay here. Stay here and either throw shurikens on the Rhine or set up your blade on the back line, right? But look what happens. Here it comes. I'm really gonna enjoy this one. I know, because I think I know what's gonna happen. I think I know what's gonna happen. Back to tank.
Oh no, not this one.
Oh, what do you mean not this one? Clean. Oh, nice. But that would have been so much easier if we were just up here. So much easier, right? So much less of a chance of us getting shattered there. I mean, we were an inch away from just GG's, you know? Okay.
I guess that's decent.
Yeah. What do you mean you guess that was decent? You know that was decent.
Okay.
Don't pour. We call that poor mouthing. You know, I guess it's okay. Nah, you know it was good. You know it was good.
I'm not a pick me, stop.
Yeah. It was great.
Okay.
What do you say?
I see the soldier, and I know that maybe I could look main, but if I didn't, then it'll turn on me.
Where are you guys fighting?
In the...
right here, right?
Yeah.
So we want to take a position around here if we can. Let's see. Definitely tough. Don't deflect that. It's just a fire strike, right? It's just
I have like I need to deflect fire strikes.
Yeah. Because right now you should be on this guy, right? This guy needs to die, but you can't. You don't have dash. You don't have deflect. And apparently we don't have the student. We'll wait patiently. Hello, welcome back.
Thank you. Sorry, I don't know what happened.
It was such a good 4K blade it disconnected your internet. Okay, so yeah.
Yeah, I should have guns up to force him out of
right. Look, the fight's starting and we need to be here, but we don't have a cooldowns. I mean, you could even drop on this soldier, throw some shurikens, shoot, maybe get a kill, force a mercy back, force a Kiriko. He's panics, he screams, he hollers, and then you just dash out again, right? But again, you don't have the position, nor do you have the cooldowns to go for the play that you want to.
Yeah.
I appreciate you doing this, but you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then I lose us the fight.
That's okay. That's okay. You've also won us fights as well.
Yeah.
You don't have your dash. You don't have your deflect. You don't have your deflect. Careful. Oh no. Yeah.
I tried to dash away.
Yeah, now we're
You
just
see my camera
staggering.
looking
Now
away.
we're staggering. We gotta be a little bit more disciplined with all that. Okay, let's keep watching. Oh, this guy's getting a little bit greedy. Yes. So much better than shooting. Stop deflecting fire strikes. Uh-oh. Nice. High risk, high reward play. It works. GG's, you win. Woo! Oh, come on.
I think it's
Almost as good as my blades. Somebody in chat will back me up on this one. I think I might be the greatest of all time with Genji blades.
I believe that.
Now you might have your deflect back in time for the fight to start, but just be careful.
Okay.
Good. Nice. Now if Reinhardt runs at you, now good Reinhardts will do this. They'll be like, this Genji's on high ground, I'm gonna clear him out. So you have to run away and hold a different angle, but eventually somebody's gonna have to go to cart, right? Somebody's gonna have to go to cart, and you can just wall right back up. It's annoying, you know, but, and there it is, right? So, walk right back up again. All right? You know what I'm saying? So, you know, you got your cooldowns forced, that happens, but we can go right back, can't we? Oh no, oh no, oh no, no. Because you see, it's like, would you have won the fight by going high ground? I don't think so.
No.
But you don't, you
But
see how like this,
more.
right, surely, like there's the Riptire, right? We could go hunt this guy. We're on high ground, we shoot shurikens, we drop behind, we kill the Riptire, we sneak behind, we stall cart, we get a 5k, ghost dash everybody, you know what I'm saying? But your positioning is meaning that you're stuck. Not out in the open,
It's
you're more likely
water.
to die, but we're shooting so many Rhine shields. Alright. Utilize that mobility. Your hero is given that for a reason.
I said here I can touch in the team voice chat.
Oh.
I said I can touch.
Oh no.
Like, I could not.
I don't think you realized that the cart was that close. I think you were like, oh, they have to cap.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
didn't think it was going that fast.
Yeah. Well, I think you were like probably thought it was like here, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, disaster. Okay. Wow. We've had time to evaluate. We've been through the entire VOD. What do you need to improve on with your Genji? The number one thing with the mentality that you said at the halfway point was what?
Attentiveness?
Attentiveness to everything, but also the goal should be that we will eventually get to a point where we are being specific with what we're attentive to. What would you say? What were some things that you needed to be attentive to?
I think it was positioning. Because that leads into like if I don't have like a good positioning, they'll force out my like ability usage.
What about your positioning needed focus and improvement?
Better angles, like high ground and stuff, instead of like sitting main.
Okay. And then the cooldown usage, avoid positioning first. Avoid getting those cooldowns forced pre-fight, right? So that you have more capability to either disengage if they push you or to engage if you see an opportunity to get a kill, right?
Yeah.
Anything else? Those are the big three for me, by far the most important.
Yeah, that's the one that caught me the most.
But ready for this one? Mechanics.
Yeah.
Keep practicing.
Yeah.
Keep practicing. You're doing a good job. Your mechanics were not bad, but they just need to be a little bit cleaner. Okay?
The only thing I've practiced really is my blade.
Right. And that's why I have a problem with that code. You know what I'm saying? It's such a one, and it's also not realistic to have people stand still when you're blading too. So just something to keep in mind. Do you have any questions?
Okay. Something I was thinking about, like, how do I practice my mechanics, like, outside, like, in, like, workshop and stuff? Like, I don't get that.
Try hard FFA and ranked.
Okay.
Try hard FFA and ranked. That's all. There isn't any other way to do it, especially for a hero like Genji.
It's just time.
Yeah, especially for a hero like Genji, the only way to get better is to play the game. There's no even the workshop codes aren't as good. That's why I like try hard FFA,
stuff.
right? Is because it's actually 1v1ing people, right? You're actually 1v1ing really people, so
it's
that's
humans.
Right. For Tracer, Genji, for flankers, I think try hard FFA is the best. Yep, that and just ranked. No life hacks. Just keep practicing. Any other questions?
Yeah, because it feels like a thing that's like very hard to approach, right? Like how do you hone your attentiveness? Because it's right, because it's like the root of all evils. Like everything like breeds out of that, right?
Make sure you're getting enough sleep. Make sure that you're
Yeah.
motivated to accomplish. If you're motivated to accomplish what you need to accomplish and you understand what you need to accomplish, then you'll be motivated to put attention into it. Oh, wait. There. So if you're motivated to be a better player because you want to be a better player and you understand that to be a better player, I must put attentiveness into it, then you will put attentiveness into it. And then you will stop being able to put attentiveness into it when you're tired, when you're emotional or frustrated. That's what we talked about the IRL stuff earlier in the VOD, right? If you don't have something specific that you want to put attention to, which, well, we got 3 of them, right? Positioning, cooldown usage, mechanics, right? And then the other thing as well is knowing when to pull the plug. So we talked about 3 or 4 hours. That's a good ballpark estimate of how attentive that you can be. But as soon as you start playing beyond that, like you said, 15 games,
it's like a drop off. Yeah,
it starts to dip, right? It starts.
This is one of my games later on, and after like 3-4 hours,
it's hard. Nobody can play perfectly for that level of time. So I think taking short breaks, getting some water, taking care of your diet, making sure that you're sleeping well, trying to deal with IRL issues, and having goals in game. All of those things can help with attentiveness.
I'm not very good at taking care of myself, so.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, do you have any other questions?
Not really.
Okay. If you do, my DMs are always open. Okay. And then also the replay code rule for students is anytime in the next week or month, you could send me a replay code with 4 timestamps, let's say. With like, I don't know what I should have done here, or what do you think about this, or how do I play versus this composition? You know, like let's say they're trying to hard counter you, how do you play around it, or I don't know how to play a position on this map, and I'll get you some feedback in a couple of days. Sound good?
So like so it would be like timestamps of like a fight.
Yes. 3 minutes into this replay code, 10 minutes into this replay code, which means that you're going to have to pull open the replay viewer on your end of things. So that might be something you're going to have to start practicing too, looking at your own gameplay.
Yeah.
So you're going to say something?
When I'm in the replay, what should I be doing?
Just look.
What should I be looking for?
Just how about this? Look at your positioning.
Okay.
That looks, or
I just choose one thing and
choose
I just, like,
one thing. Sure.
drone it down.
Choose one thing. I have thousands of hours of practice doing this, so I don't need to choose one thing. I can look at everything at the same time, right?
Sure.
But you're not going to be able to do that. So choose one thing, focus on that one thing, and see like how was I doing with my position? Was I practice? And you should not only be choosing one thing when you're looking at your replays. You should also be choosing one thing when you're actually playing the game too. Because you can't practice your mechanics, your positioning, and your cooldown usage all at the same time.
Yeah, of course.
Right? It's too much, especially in a game like Overwatch with a hero like Genji. Be selective.
So, but it's fine then to like let everything else like falter while I'm trying to.
We want to improve your autopilot, right? Which means that other stuff might look kind of crappy, but we don't care. You might actually play. There's 2 different types of people who get coaching with me. Either they do worse after they get coaching because they're very focused on something, and so then their gameplay suffers because they're practicing or drilling something. That's okay. And then there's people that play better and win more and get the GM in like a week because they're playing so confidently because they think they know all the answers, right? And that's also okay as well. Okay, so I don't know which one you'll fall into, but either way, it doesn't matter. One thing at a time.
Yeah. Okay, I have one more thing.
Please.
When I was playing League, I did get coaching, but I was really bad like after it, like actually like being able to do anything with it. Like I know the answers, but I don't know how to like get them in practice, even though I've already been told like how to do that. I don't know if that makes any sense.
No, it does. Well, that's why when we were talking about things, we were intentionally I wouldn't say vague, but when I said your positioning need to get better, positioning with high grounds and better angles, right? But how are you going to apply what we learned today onto, say, Blizzard World or Oasis or Nepal or Shambali? I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I guess I need to learn those maps then.
Well, you're going to need to think about high grounds and angles while on those maps. That's the skill you need to develop. The skill isn't memorizing every single map. The skill is actually getting yourself to think about those games. I don't know how League of Legends works.
It's critical thinking.
Right, it's critical thinking. It's developing that skill of, I understand what this hero wants to do. How do I apply that to different maps? And if you care enough about ranking up and you care enough about the hero, you will be able to do that. It's going to take time, and you're going to make a lot of mistakes, but we don't care. We don't care. We're playing for the long run, right?
Okay.
Okay. So be patient with yourself. Expect mistakes, but mistakes are part of the learning process. As long as you're actively thinking about at least one of these things that we're talking about, then we really don't care how well you play or how many games that you win or if you drop into gold. We just don't care.
Okay.
No other questions?
No. You said, what, 8 to 10 hours on a different hero, right?
Yeah, I'd aim for that. The goal is to find out which hero is fun, really. Don't be like, okay. Oh, well, this hero is good. Nah, screw that. Just find one hero that's fun.
Okay, what do I do if I like all of them? What do I do then?
Then you're gonna be a flex DPS man. No, you with the amount of time that you play, could probably reasonably play like 2 or 3 heroes. You don't have to pick just one other one. But if we get to that road, message me and we'll figure something out.
Okay, cool.
All right. Don't forget the replay code rule. Keep in touch. Let me know if you have any questions, and good luck with your training, mate. All right.
Yeah, thanks.
All right, mate. Cheers. See ya.
Cheers.
Okay, that was Odysseus, the Genji specialist, the Genji extraordinaire. Hope you guys find that one helpful. We have one replay code review from Kronos. Yes. Replay code is fine. We are ready when you are. And then chat, we're going to do some tier list stuff today. I'm kind of excited. Today I was like, what should we do in stream? And I was like, we should just do some tier lists. Like, I'm down for whatever, y'all. I'm talking about like fruit tier list, Star Wars tier list, Overwatch tier list, random crap. If you guys have any ideas, sit on them because I'm going to be wanting to whip them out. I just kind of feel like chilling a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I feel like we've done so much coaching. The worst part about coaching is the lack of chat interaction. It's the worst part about the coaching. There ain't nothing that we can do about it. That's just the nature of being a coach, is giving your full attention to what you're doing. But I do like chatting with everybody, so we're going to have a fun time later. I'm excited. Oh my days, the gifted subs! My wallet is broken! Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Fruit tier list. How am I only finding this guy now? Ah, thank you. I appreciate it. Star Wars tier list. Congratulations to Doc Toxic, Patio W, Clups, Red 246, Convoy, Penguin, Rolanovi, I'm Domination, Night, Duncan Judd, Virulence, Cabro, Hacksaw, 59 Nice, Rob, dang it, Slayx, Frickin' Rickin, Mambo Streams, Jerky XP, Rinsika, Caramel, that's funny, Zoops, Floaty Corn, Case Season, Kazan, and FNG UKOW. And Dolas, what's up? Wait for the content of my statistics once they're in. I'm stoked. I'm not doing a fast food tier list, bro. I haven't had like much fast food in a long time. Hey, Virashi. Lord of the Rings tier list? That'd be interesting. Dodged? But yeah, if you guys got a gifted sub, by the way, that is a coaching discount as well. Subtle self-plug there. So feel free to use that as like, you don't have to get coaching. But I really appreciate the gifted subs, Pocket Kitten. Thank you so much. Always very generous. Let's while I'm shrieking in my ear, let's pull up my replay review here. So, okay, this is going to be some hit scan, and this is going to be gold hit scan. I like lower rank reviews, man. I've been doing. I realize that I don't know what it's been, but like recently, like I wouldn't even say recently, like since Overwatch 2 started, even before when I came back to stream again, I've done so many high rank VODs. It's actually kind of a nice breath of fresh air to do some, not even like lower rank, just middle rank VODs. Sorry for the tinnitus. I mean, listen, that's my fault, not your fault. It's actually not even that loud on my end, so that's good. Does this session include voice call? Yeah, I'm just going to review it, Kronos. That being said, you can ask any questions in chat. Just ask questions in chat or here in DMs. Yeah, because everybody starts in gold or bronze, right? So it's like I started in bronze. So okay, Cassidy, Soldier, Ash. Long-term and short-term goals. Long-term is to hit Grandmaster. My short-term goal is to be consistently improving, becoming more knowledgeable of every aspect of the game. Respectable. If you want to hit the Grandmaster, we need to figure out your training schedule. I'm actually going to release a little bit of a video on proper training structure. I have that one in the works. But basically, you want to aim for a couple hours every day. Try and be consistent with every day. Try and limit your hero pool to match as many heroes as many hours as you're playing per day, and try not split your time up onto too many roles as well. So try and be a DPS specialist. Have goals when you're in game, be consistent, have a little bit of a warm-up routine, 10-15 minutes tops, and then roll with it there. Varashi, fun to see some mortals getting coached indeed. Keep up the good work. Thank you, Varashi. Thank you, Apple Cider Witch. Hope you're doing well. It's so nice to see you in chat as well. And congratulations again on the gold stuff. All right, let's keep going through this form here. Hours per sleep is a little bit on the lower end, 6 to 7. But obviously, it depending on your level of work and how busy you are, I understand it, but just could be a little bit better. What do you hope to get out of the session? I hope to learn how to position myself better. Oh, I'm so stoked. I love positioning so much. I hope to get a better schedule, a good schedule for practicing what is the most efficient to practice and how to improve. I also hope to learn how to play maps better, okay? So like we said, with the training schedule, big thing is gonna be about a couple of hours consistently every day whenever you can. And if you can't get that couple of hours because you've got crap going on, then just try and get the bare minimum. The bare minimum might be just a couple games, right? With a goal, and then you're feeling tired, maybe really busy, don't have a lot of time, but you get that in. For me personally, I had a really hard time improving until I was playing at least a little bit every day. When I climbed to Grandmaster, and this was before all the rank inflation foolishness back in like season 13, I only played around 2.5 to 3 hours every day. That's all I played, which is a lot, yes, but it's actually not that much for the highest rank in the game, right? So yeah, anyway. IR6 aim trainer, I haven't tried it yet. I'm looking forward to it though. I'm always kind of upset that flexing is such an inherent nerf to peak. Yeah, here's what I say. I think flexing is an inherent nerf to peak, but you can work around it as you become a more experienced player. There's a really great quote. Shoot. Give me a second, chat. I want to hang on. I got it!
Wait for the content of my statistics once they're in.
All right, great book. Has an amazing quote. Listen to this. It's gonna blow your mind about flexing and filling. Listen to this one. Ready? It's called The Art of Learning by Josh Waitzkin.
Fun to see some mortals getting coaching indeed. Do keep up the good work.
Well, that was, I think, the last there. So, okay, here we go. Okay. One has to investigate the principle in one thing or one event exhaustively. Things in the self are governed by the same principle. If you understand one, you understand the other. For the truth within and the truth without are identical. Ersheng Yishu, 11th century. So my understanding of that is essentially mastery of something like that. Mastering anything, mastering something has a tendency to snowball, because it just mastering something is what enables you to understand the process of mastering better, so it enables you to master other things better. So what I would say for that in terms of flexing and one-tricking is being able to specifically master a hero or a role. You understand the process of what it took to get to the next thing. So then if you were to flex and move on to do something else, you've already paved that row, so to speak. Not only from a game understanding, but you know what it took in terms of training to get to mastery there, and so you can flex more often. I'm a big fan of early on in the game, flex all the time, play all the heroes, play all the roles. Once you've sampled everything, specify, put your attention and focus and master on one role, and preferably only a few heroes. And then once you've achieved your goal of where you'd love to be in terms of your rank, whether it's diamond or masters or plat or whatever, then if you feel like trying that with different heroes, that's the fun part, when you get to try and get all the other heroes and all the other roles to that level. Yeah, and I could tell this is true for me. I have everything that I've done since Overwatch has gotten better. So yeah, I love this book. I've already read it all the way through. Do you see this? I don't know if you guys can see this. Look at that. You see that? Those are all bookmarks. I've just been I read books and I catalog my notes, and on Microsoft Word I type up some of the more succinct or the interesting parts, right? And so yeah, anyway, focusing on Kronos' review here. Schedule for practicing we've talked a little bit about. What do you feel is holding you back from improving? Mechanics and understanding. I've learned recently about how important your mentality is, so I'm actively trying to think how to carry every game and to take blame for each situation. Good. I've seen a lot of improvement doing that. I wouldn't even necessarily focus on trying to carry every game. I think that's definitely a good step, but I would think more about, like, even if it's not carrying the game, think more about what should I be doing better each fight. So for example, the reason why that might not work is, for example, you might put attention on, oh, if I had only killed the backline here, then we might have won this fight or might have won this game. But that generally may not be what you should be aiming for in most games. So sometimes it's okay to just do things that's smart, that, oh, well, if I had gone really aggressive, we would have won. Don't be like that. Or think about how to carry. Don't even worry about carrying every game. Just be consistent and get better. Don't try and, maybe it's the way that you're wording it that I'm harping on, but just trying to think on only improvement, not even carrying every game. Any thoughts on choosing what that point of focus should be? I'm having such a hard time committing. I mean, that's where coaching comes in, or that's where self-review comes in. You don't have to pay me to think of something to work on, whether it's your position, cooldown usage, ultimates, decision making, being aware of your team's positioning, your timing, and so on. Yeah, hype train, all right. But yeah, that's why I'm here. That's why I'm here to review the replay, is to find out what that's going to be, what needs to be given focus, right? Okay, I think that's mostly it. Mechanics, I can't help you with a lot outside of playing consistency, narrowing your hero pool, and trying different warm-ups. I think Vaxa, Tryhard, and maybe the IO6 one are the ones I'd probably recommend. Oh, we're referring to the hero choice? Oh. No. Which one do you enjoy the most right now? And then, stick with it. And also, by the way, there is nothing wrong with not being great at Overwatch. Here's the thing, is like, you're like, I'm talking about like how flexing is not good, but that's only if you're like wanting to aim for the higher ranks. If you don't really want to get to a higher rank and you just play Overwatch for fun and just enjoy learning the process, that's fine. The only reason I read this quote here is if you're looking to master all roles, you would need to start by mastering one. And even then, I use master very lightly. Right. Okay. Chronos, positioning. Let's do this. Hey, soldier. Let's go. It's definitely worth considering. Yeah. Soldier, mid-range, long range, or short range, depending on comp. Oh! They're comp. How are we positioning here? So I like rolling out high ground on this map. Now, sometimes they'll roll out on like an Ashe or maybe a soldier, or like they'll roll out on like a monkey that jumps high ground or something like that, and you'll need to abandon. But the reason why I like high ground is because it gives you the opportunity. GM, sure, Farashi. It gives you the opportunity to decide about where you want to position. So, for example, if I start here and I'm like, that Cassidy's on high ground or the Ashe is on high ground, I don't want to be here, I want to swing wide and take a flank. Okay, then you could do that very easily and very safely. Or you could be like, oh, they're on snipers, what the heck, I'm gonna go assassinate these guys, I'm gonna be sneaky mode, right? So you don't want to go here, because yes, you could pick your position, but also it's hard to see. I would Okay, I would much rather you to roll out high so that you could make your decision from there. Danny DeLito, thank you so much for the for the sub, mate. I like the name. And like here too as well. Think about your target selection as well. So we're shooting a little bit of risk. There's the fortify. As soon as we see fortify, we should no longer want to hold this target selection. We should try and find a different angle for something other than Orisa. The other problem as well is that this hero, especially if it's me and Orisa, you're cooked if you get this close to me. I'm gonna do a little javelin spin, or I'll throw away my javelin, and then you're too close and you die, right? Don't forget this hero has javelin, which is better in close range, spin, which is better in close range, and a gun that has fall off, right? Which is better in close range. So, not to mention the projectiles are easier to hit. So we want to keep our distance from Orisa whenever we can. And I think if you do something like this, even like a Helix, a little bit of damage back here, a lot of distraction, chance of getting a pick. Or if you want to rotate to even here, this is kind of spooky, but at least you can get something to shoot other than Orisa. I would probably recommend the flank through mini, but it's all about finding opportunities to pressure backline when you can. big helix right there. I would be throwing a helix right here. Throw a helix right at the floor. Bam! You know what I'm saying? Lots of damage, lots of pressure. We just need to hit that. That one you hit on the side wall instead of the floor, so that the fall off damage really kicked in hard. But this is good in terms of like shooting the Cassidy there. Nicely done. Nice. Win the fight. Now go high ground. Again, high ground is just a staging ground for choosing the better position. And you don't know what the better position is necessarily until you see what they're on. And yes, that's more of a rule on this map, but I think it's just a good general rule, period. And that's kind of what we're looking for, right? You can see the problem here, right? Do you see how hard it is for you to see? If you were here, ease your LOS onto their backline, or you could be like, you know what, screw this. I'm gonna drop, I'm gonna run, I'm gonna flank behind here. This is a good angle too. I don't like this. If we only see Orisa and fortified Orisa at that, there's just probably something wrong with your positioning here. When is it even good to play Soldier? It always feels like I'll be better off in Cassidy, Ashe, or Sojourn. Somebody in chat answer that question for me. It's a great question. Somebody in chat answer. When would you play Soldier over other heroes? Again, use those legs, right? Use those legs and rotate. Get that angle faster, right? You're just kind of like tootling along. Like you're feeling like an old man, but you're not an old man, right? That's the joke. I don't know. I really think we could be doing a little bit more hustle. Always Soldier is always meta. Soldiers reposition way faster when you need the movement sustain cooldowns. If I was solo flanking but not diving, yes, all of those. Exactly. When it's good, when there's a lot of flank angles available and you want to reposition quickly and take flanks away, you know, no other hit scan can do it that quickly. Not even Sojourn is as good at that. Need more consistent DPS spam? Sure. When you need movement or consistent damage, hard flanks, in my opinion, forcing the other team to be wondering where you're going to be shooting from next. Yeah, I mean, yeah, absolutely. Plat chat, more like diamond chat. Careful. Run. Ignore her. So you're turning around to shoot her. Stop. Cut off her lifeblood. Like, you could shoot at this Orisa for about 2 seconds, and one Ana shot will undo all of that damage. So instead, put the pressure on the Ana, not only because she's easier to kill, but also because that indirectly will do more damage than you could even do to the Orisa yourself. No, we are all GMs in here. Like, even preemptively heal station in the anticipation that you should shoot Orisa, and then you're like, wait, should I shoot Orisa? Yeah, this is a bit of a disaster. Also, the helixes as well, they must hit. The vast majority of helixes are not direct hits, they're floor hits. So you aim your crosshair at head height, and the helix, look at where the helix lands, it goes past her. It should never go past her. It should always go with the floor. And if she pulls a fast one on you, I mean, look at Grandma's vertical. I'm sorry, guys, check this out. Then all she does is she makes herself a predictable arc to track, so it's a lose-lose for her. She either avoids her helix, or she makes herself easier to track. That helix as well was just kind of thrown, you know? Get her, sick him. Helix there was okay, but again, I think we could have done a better job aiming it a little bit better. Nicely done. Now we could shoot Orisa, there ain't nothing else to shoot. She tried. I pick Soldier whenever I want a tank for my tank. Yeah, there you go. Grandma's not getting run over by this reindeer? No, she's straight up hurdling the reindeer. Grandma hurdled the reindeer. And that's the end of the song. Take the high ground. Again, it's not... Okay, I think a lot of people get obsessed with Soldier on high ground. I don't know why people get obsessed with Soldier on high ground. I don't know why Soldier over other heroes. I think it's like something that like stuck around from like 2017 that people just... some really famous YouTuber said, and I guess people have just echoed for 5-6 years since then. But it's right. But it's not just right for Soldier. It's right for a lot of heroes because, again, it's about the positioning selection, right? You gotta be really careful. Take the high ground, then make the decision what we want to do from there. Like right now, you might start high ground and then you go, my doofus is going in all the way over here. So you want to drop and run over here. So it ends up where you're being, ends up being okay, but we want to get in the habit of thinking ahead of time where we want to be and then making the decision from there. Run. Stop shooting the horse. Visor's fine. Getting a kill. Careful. Even here, you got to be careful, right? Orisa could run you over. Still a little high with our helixes. I don't think they touch. Okay, sounds good. I struggle knowing where to position after fights, Chrono says. You saying take the high ground makes sense, but I don't think of that in moment. Any tips? Well, that's ultimately the goal. The goal for you is that after this review, we have a couple of things that you should be thinking about between fights and during fights so that you can improve. If you're having a hard time remembering focusing on these things, writing it down in sticky notes, setting little alarms, getting the habit of making sure that you're playing only when you're fully focused. All of these things, and just honestly, just practice focusing as well can help. But ultimately, I think a lot of the things that I'm saying with your positioning and avoiding shooting tank probably are things that you can think of on your own, but you need a little kick in the pants to be, this needs attention from you. You need to be putting attention on this. I think for soldiers, it's echoed so much because legs means you could get there faster a while back then. Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's true. Okay, so some emphasis on better positioning to avoid shooting tank. Avoid shooting tank when there's other targets. Excuse me. And then helix placement. So like right here, this is fine, but why not roll out here and see what happens? See if you can take an angle on these guys. You know, maybe you don't want to end up here after you see that, like, let's say they're on tracer and you're like, oh, this is a little kind of scary. Like, let's say their tracer ball rolls out here and you have to rotate away. Okay. But remember, that's the luxury that you have playing this hero. Also, I want you guys to watch this. You guys see the mechanical mistake here? Watch this. Very important. Trigger discipline, right. When you mash down your trigger as soldier, you are not training good habits for mechanics. You are just mashing it down. Stop a split second, realign your crosshair, press it again. Stop a second, realign your crosshair. Not only is that important to help you give you good feedback on mechanics, but we'll also forget that the spread of this hero, what is it, how many bullets now when the spread kicks in? It's not many, so 5, 6, 7 bullets, right? Realign your crosshair, reset the spread, go again. Reset the spread, go again. It's not just good for the spread though, it's just a good habit in general. 6 or 8, okay. But yeah, this is honestly abysmal. Not even mechanically, like it wasn't horrible mechanically in terms of tracking, but horrible trigger discipline. 6, okay. Same thing here. I appreciate the target selection though. I really appreciate the target selection. You've made that pharmacy's life miserable, even though you haven't gotten the kill. Nicely done. Where's that far off? Careful that Orisa's close. You did a great job here. You did a great job. You don't need to kill Pharmacy. Nicely done! Nicely done. Outside of the trigger discipline here, though, really great job with your target focus. I know you're thinking, oh, Pharmacy, but imagine if we'd had that level of focus and attention on the squishies in the previous round. Now, I know Pharmacy is like, oh, Soldier counters Pharmacy, so we should focus. But Soldier also counters Squishy, right? Just put emphasis, put pressure on it. Look at how much you did, even though you weren't hitting that many of your shots. Yeah. So we seem to be playing pretty aggressively. Yes! Yes! Nicely done. Huge helix. Okay, far. Run. Yes! Ah! No. We're low. Nice! Now swing left. Don't get stuck shooting Orisa. Use your legs. And see, this is the other reason why you use your legs, right? It's too easy for that Orisa May to walk on top of you, right? It's not just about choosing a better angle, it's also about a better position, a safer position. Okay, honestly though, I'm gonna be real, this has not been too bad from us. This has been much better than last round. You say it all goes downhill from here, but honestly, your target focus has been much better. Your helixes have been much better. It's just been the trigger discipline a little bit. You shouldn't feel bad about this at all. I will say positioning, right? Positioning. Why not roll out here and go, where do I want to go? Okay, maybe I want to go here, right? You can make that decision from here. We're oh yeah, this is just a little bit of staggering. I know that you're like, oh, point, but probably better just play your life. Exactly, Stefano, exactly. Go top, and go top and just hide and wait, right? Because your team is down now. So get out of here, get out of here. Nice. Just chill. I mean, you could honestly, okay. Their comp doesn't have any mobility really at all. You could literally go into their backline. You don't have to, but you could. You need to be careful right here. You're really close to them. You're really close, but you could literally go to their backline. Run! No! Oh yeah, this is just it's just kind of feeding, right? And you're like, well, I didn't die, right? Well, problem here is that you didn't die, but you also weren't doing any damage because you're running for your life. If you had simply run a little bit further, a little bit deeper, use that mobility a little bit better, then you could have been shooting instead of running. Stop shooting Orisa. Take an angle. Take an angle. Take an angle. Take an angle. You've got legs. Take an angle. It's okay to not shoot something for a split second if that means that you have a better angle to shoot and kill things, right? Like, it's the Pareto principle, right? Where most of your damage isn't going to matter. It's certain percentages of the certain times of the certain targets that matter the most. It's just you're too close. You're just too close. This is not the best angle for you to take here. This is too close to the Orisa. It's too close to the Mei. It's too close to the Pharah. The best thing would be to take this angle here, to shoot here, and maybe get a little bit further away from these heroes. So I think you're not utilizing your legs enough, and then when you are utilizing your legs, I think you're choosing angles that get you too close to the enemy team. This is how I'd want to assassinate like a Widowmaker or a Zenyatta if anybody was crazy enough to play here, right? I wouldn't want to get far away from them, that they would snipe me, right? But versus this composition, it's just so easy for them to just sneeze at you and you just fall apart, right? So, yeah, I mean, you can see, like, again, a lot of running because Pharah's on top of you. I'm going to tell you something, if that's a better Pharah as well, you're already dead. That hero is abomination to dive. Okay, let's go on to the next round. So for Soldier, big takeaways. Let's choose better positions that complement your range and your mobility more. Avoid shooting tanks when possible. Keep working on your trigger discipline and be a little bit more specific with our helixes. I know that's a lot. Let's work on one of those at a time. I was very pleased by our target focus in second point, so maybe it was just that one round was bad. I'm not sure. Keep that one in mind. Option to helix jump onto left side high ground as well. That is also true. So going back to that, you can absolutely go from here. You roll out here. Can you? I don't think you can or I guess you could do it from the floor. I don't know. I don't know near enough. Can you close a distance or is it off of the floor? I'm not sure. Off the pit from high to high. Got it. Wow, that's crazy. It's tough, but you can. Okay, so Cassidy. They're on Widowmaker. Same things apply for Soldier about finding your range, playing to your range versus the Widow. The only difference is obviously that you don't have the mobility to take any position that you could possibly want. Whoa, Widow. Yeah, you just took a body shot from Widow. That's really it. You actually did, you were doing fine. This duel was won. You just took a body shot from Widow. Okay. Stop shooting Orisa. All right. Let's see. So we're gonna play probably somewhere around here-ish. You can also play somewhere around here-ish to shoot the Pharah as well. I don't know. Let's see where we go. There's options here, I think, as long as we're avoiding that Widowmaker. Yeah. Yeah. Stefano out here coaching better than I am. Now your Doomfist is on the Widow, so maybe we can help a little bit. Yeah, that's what you're doing. I like it. I like the attention to paying attention to winner. The attention to paying attention. I like paying attention to what our Doomfist is doing. Okay. Careful. Careful. Keep your distance. Keep your distance. Keep your distance. Keep your distance. It's fine to shoot the Arista because there ain't nothing else to shoot. Now we shoot something. Shoot something else. Grab health. 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 Okay, so your Ana's a little dense, but you also needed to be aware of your team's positioning. You very, very, very easily could have gotten that mega health back. Yeah, that's just kind of a goofy error.
Come on, Cole. Try a little harder.
Yeah, come on, Cole. Try a little harder. Just gonna let your Doomfist die. Fair enough. I think this fight was lost. Be sneaky. Like right now. Where's the other DPS? Where's that Mei? Where's that Pharah? Careful. Yeah. Nice. Nice. One shot. Ah, you gotta hit those. You gotta hit those. Don't rush it. You gotta hit those, though. Ah, you're just trolling. Play cover. Chill. You don't have your sticky, so you really don't want to get close when you don't have your sticky. Especially when they're on like Mei and such. So like, this is just a silly mistake. You're kind of going in by yourself. There's not a whole lot to say here. I think the best play here would have been to simply kind of hold this corner and shoot and maybe wait for your sticky or get health and then go from there. This is just a silly mistake. Sometimes I don't think the answer is that deep. I think we just need to be a little bit more attentive to where our team is and play cover a little bit better, right? That's attentiveness right there. Nicely done. Ooh. Careful. Nice, we got the health back. We can walk. Good shots in the Mei. Mei is forced out. Now Orisa. Orisa's forced out. Now Mei again. Oh dear. Nice, you're good. You could even high noon this if you wanted right here. So you could definitely high noon this. If they're pushing forward and you got a good corner, you got your damage reduction, you could absolutely have high noon that one and probably saved your hog and gotten a killer too. I will say this as well. If you feel like you're getting stuck in main, take an angle, right? We saw a little bit of that, and that worked well when you had your sticky. So something to consider. You're really sticky is one of the best 1v1 clones in the game. Oh, we're dead. Yeah, this has kind of gone downhill for sure. Okay, so chat, what are you guys seeing? I'm gonna type this one up a little bit as well, but what are you guys seeing? Soldier, specifically. What did you guys see with Soldier? What were some things that we need to improve at? Wiener dog. Agreed. Positioning. What? Be specific. What about the positioning needed to improve? He's too busy, like Genji. Yeah. High ground. Start high ground. Be more funny on flanks. Positioning around high ground flanks when possible. Think about the best spot for your hero. A little too inattentive front lining. Yep. Needs to take LOS, other things other than tank. Patrick Bateman, thank you for the sunmate. Target priority. Yeah. Priority. Is there something besides tank? We did an okay job of that towards the end, but I think it could be better. He's always trying to be useful, so he never feels like he has time to do something else. If the tanks are there to shoot, he shoots it to be productive because he doesn't like to go elsewhere and not do something for a few seconds. Right. Respect productive downtime. Invest your time into a better position, better target. It's okay to not do something for a period of time if you can make a play elsewhere. More effective cooldown usage. Yep. Let's think about, I don't know, say I'm gonna put Soldier and Cassidy here. Cassidy. Think about aiming those stickies and helixes a little bit better. taking your time on shot soldier. Yeah, absolutely. So Kronos, there's a lot of things, right? And the key thing again is going to be about prioritizing which one you want to practice one at a time, putting emphasis on that, and trying to focus on improving that one skill, even if the other skills get a little messy. If you focus on your positioning, your aim, your cooldown usage, might get a little sloppy, but that's okay. We can live with that. Hey, Tio. We want to see you improve those skills and then making the decisions from there. Kronos, do you have any questions? We talked about a lot here. One question I had written down is what to do about some days are good and some days are bad. As far as my gameplay, like I do really good and then really bad. All right, chat, help me out with this one. What do we do about some days that are good, some days are bad? As far as my gameplay, like I do really good then really bad. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? That's a great question. Focus on what you want to improve. If you do that well, it's a success, even if the game sucked. Good advice. Dragonfly says, when that happens, it's usually mental or fatigue. You should rest. Also good advice. Breaks, says Artifiz. Sure. Should rest and go again. Yep. All good advice. Advice that I would echo myself. Give up on Overwatch and play Valorant. Yeah, excellent advice. Yeah. Why not Minesweeper, though? Minesweeper, Spider Solitaire, the real goats, Free Cell, Hearts. I'll be honest with you guys, I never learned how to play Free Cell. I'm one of those guys. I think even playing with a friend is always a good option to make bad games more fun. Right, so if you're having a particularly unproductive and tilting day, maybe try and be like, you know what, I'm not going to get the most out of this day, but I'm going to enjoy the process a little bit. Sure, it's not bad advice. That's a creative way of looking at it. I also like the name Panda 8-Bit. I don't know why I like the name, but I do. Space Invaders, right? Implying my friends playing Overwatch. It's implying that you even have friends. I think that's the big mistake. Tune into your favorite streamer going 2-7 and feel better. Oh, everybody's so helpful. Also, just how do I learn to position myself better quicker? I really want to get better, but I feel like it'll take forever to learn better positions about all the time, if that makes sense. Well, you have to embrace the process. Here's what you could do. You've got two options here. You can either find your favorite Soldier or Cassidy streamer, find all the positions that they take in the map, memorize them, and then copy them perfectly. And do you know what that's going to do? That's going to make you a better player. And then the meta's going to change, or the hero's going to change, or a new map's going to come out, and then you're going to completely plateau. You cannot play for immediate positive and you play for immediate return on investment at the expense of long-term growth. I know that's very hard, but the whole goal has to be you're playing to understand positioning better, and you're playing to practice thinking about positioning more. Stop trying to just immediately cheat and find a quick bunch of positions and, oh, what positions I need to learn. No, focus on building the skills that you need to position better, which are thinking about positioning better, understanding high ground, and understanding off angles. And to do that, you're going to have to practice, and you're going to have to take some time. So you're learning, how do I learn to position myself better quicker? I really want to get better, but I feel like it will take forever to learn better positions all the time, if it makes sense. Yes, it makes sense, but you can't put the cart before the horse. You got to do one step at a time. And the problem with it, you trying to cheat that, is then you're going to cheat your future self out of future improvement, because you're going to build bad habits by just memorizing how to quickly, what are some quick tips and tricks, while actually learning fundamentally how to play the game better. You have to learn the fundamentals. This is why some of my VOD reviews are a little bit dull. I'm super funny, charismatic, good looking, and great at coaching. The greatest of all time. Haha. But I'm boring sometimes, because we have to focus the fundamentals. You learn the fundamentals, you have invested things that will help you now, a week from now, a month from now, a year from now. The next shooter that you play, Valorant, Apex, imaginary future first-person shooter, the next Halo, the next Call of Duty, this stuff still applies. Learn the fundamentals, practice the fundamentals, start practicing them now. and also learn how to focus. Because right now, one of your questions was how do I keep focus? You know what I'm saying? How do I keep focus? How do I learn how to do things? How some days are some good. Like, these are some skills that we need to develop. Is there a way to learn fundamentals other than self-review? Well, that's why I have a YouTube, right? That's why you got coaching, right? We talked a lot about those fundamentals, didn't we? We talked about why high ground is good. We talked about why sometimes where to take angles and why to take angles, right? And I have a lot of other videos in this. I have videos in Soldier. In my Discord. Are you in my Discord? You are. Spilo Compendium. There are dozens of hitscan VODs. All talking, not exclusively, but talking a lot about positioning. Utilize that. Utilize that. Compare them to your own gameplay. Think about, is there anything that you can learn from that? But don't try and jump ahead of time. Be patient.
Ty for your help.
Play for the long run. Play for the long investment. Do you have any other questions? Don't try and cheat. Be patient. Good hard work, conscious, deliberate practice over time will reward you. Trust me on this. Trust me on this. Pan 8-bit, thank you so much for the sub. And 2 Epic for you, thank you so much for the sub as well. Thank you both, you guys. I really appreciate it. Are you guys ready for tier lists in a few minutes? Cronus is typing one more. Any advice for a general schedule I can apply now? As I said earlier, for somebody to get to plat, like let's say, or diamond, I would start with aim for consistency and aim for about an hour and a half to 2 hours every day if you can. Only ranked, no quick play. Get a quick warm up, go into ranked, play Soldier, Cassidy, whatever your couple of heroes are, and grind those heroes for a couple hours every day. Try not to skip days. Have goals for those heroes, goals that we listed in your chat. Practice those one at a time with a warm-up consistently. That's immediately. Generally, scheduling training is usually not that complicated. You just need to do the fundamentals and do them consistently. Just hit masters on tank. Taking notes, yeah. You're very welcome, Kronos. Be patient. Keep up the good work. Let me know if you have any questions, all right? My DMs are always open. If any new questions or any adjustments come up, just shoot me a message. Okay, chat. I need... what do you guys want to look at? Do you guys want to do a tier list? What tier list should we do? Should we do an Overwatch tier list? Should we do like a movie tier list or like a food tier list? I just want to do tier lists just for fun, but I don't know what to do. I've literally no idea. Aim trainer workshop tier list? I don't know enough of them to grade them though. Like, I only know a few. Worst design abilities? Tier list of Spilo streamer 1v1. Shut up, Blocky. I'm never gonna live that one down, am I? Map tier list? Ooh, we could do that. That one might be fun. Overwatch 2 map tier list. That might be fun. What are some other ideas? Echo ult tier list? Most fun character tier list? Oh gee, that one won't be controversial at all. Yeah, I don't know why the low wheel VODs are so done. Okay, let's do fruit tier list and let's do a map tier list. Let's start with that. Let's start with the map tier list first. Okay, so and again, this is obviously completely and utterly subjective. So nobody it's not even like I think you could make an argument that some parts of like poorly designed abilities and so on could be somewhat objective, but this one is pure subjectivity. But that being said, Temple Anubis is D. You know what I'm gonna do? Here's what I'm gonna do. All right. I'm gonna do something totally different I've never done with a tier list before. Okay? I'm just gonna bam, place all the maps really, really fast, and then we're gonna go down the list and adjust them as necessary. Guts. I'm just gonna go with my gut. I'm gonna go with my gut. uh, 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 mm, 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 e, uh, oh, we might need more space. Well, I'm grunting. Don't say anything, chat. Don't say anything. Don't say anything. Mm, 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 Shambali. Okay. Okay. Okay, let's go down the list. Chat. King's Row. I mean, chat, I really did not think about these. I just went with my stomach. Which, especially looking back at these, some of these are wildly misplaced, but that's okay. King's Row. S tier. It's fun. There's not a lot of really awful parts about King's Row. Like, I don't know. It's fine. Okay. Li Zhang. I think Li Zhang is really good. The only bad part about Li Zhang to me is... what is bad about Li Zhang? I think the only bad thing about Li Zhang is, like, pushing the bridge on Garden. Okay. Blizzard World. Second point's kind of brutal. First point's also kind of brutal. Yeah. 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 Like, there are problems with every map, if we're honest with ourselves. Eichenwald. Okay, so here's my thing with Eichenwald. I actually think Eichenwald's second is like, I want to weep. Maybe Eichenwald doesn't deserve A tier, actually, now that I think about it. Because outside of like, I like, okay, here's the, okay. Here's the problem. There are some maps that I like, but they're just not balanced. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, actually, Eichenwald is probably an objectively worse balanced map than Midtown, but I just kind of like it. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, you guys think about first point Eichenwald choke, and then second point Eichenwald with a high ground. Oh my gosh, second point Eichenwald in Overwatch League was miserable, right? But it's fun. So I don't know. I don't want to do it in terms of, how do I balance this? Is it between balance or like fun? Like, I guess I'll leave it at A for now. Ilios is alright. Ilios is fine. I mean, Ruins has its problems, but Ilios is fine. Like, I think objectively, it's just not an inoffensive Koth map. Nepal is probably fine as well. I don't like Nepal as much as Ilios, though. I don't know. I feel like this tier list, guys, we're just not going to be able to be objective about it. I like Rialto better than I think any of these maps, so maybe that's just me. I think Rialto's second point can be kind of annoying, though. Maybe... I don't know. I'm not going to be able to put too much effort in this tier list. We'll go through this one quickly because I feel like I'm going to be crying blood by the time we're done. Let's just focus on the ones that are really, really outliers here. You know what I'm saying? Like, did I mess up really badly on any of these? Chat, let's put it this way. If you could say one map that I'm totally dead, not even close right on, which one? Coaching for wordplay win? I don't need to coach for wordplay. I don't want to share my secrets. Noombani. All right, listen, y'all. No shot you think Noombani is anything other than C tier. Let's start with Noombani. You're joking if you think Noombani is anything other than C tier. Noombani first is garbage. And second point is one of the least memorable points of all time. And third point is often miserable as well. It is way too hard to clear high ground on third point. I hate Numbani. It's not 2 CP level, but it is not a good map. I'm sorry. I will live and die on that. I will not change Numbani. Fight me. Havana. Havana is where here? Yeah, I think you can make an argument for Havana being C. They did add more cover though. I feel like it's either a really strong C or a weak B. Because honestly, I would rather play Havana than Circuit. Is that me? Is it crazy to say I'd rather play Havana than Circuit? The duality of man. Like, first point Circuit is just so boring, and retaking second is so boring, and retaking third is so boring, and even defense is just no variety at all. I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna put Havana in high C, but there's no way Circuit is passing Havana. Circuit is so one-dimensional. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's keep going through the other. I'm scrolling back up through chat. Hanamura is garbage, guys. No. Okay, it's a beautiful map, but oh my gosh, that first point choke and second point was even worse. Oh my gosh. No, Hanamura. Does Hanamura deserve anything other than D tier? I didn't think so. No, okay, good. Democracy wins yet again. Okay, okay, what else do we have here? Coliseo is F. Alright, guys, Coliseo is, because Coliseo deserve anything than C? Because I don't like Coliseo, but it's really only like the first choke that I really hate. Everything else is just kind of meh. It's not that good. But like, I would way rather play Coliseo. I might even rather play Coliseo than Circuit Royale. I don't know. I don't know. I think I'm okay with Coliseo. If it's good enough. No, Ruberting, this is just gut. This is just gut fun, whatever. I mean, we're just rolling with it. We're not overthinking it. Scrolling back up here. Junkertown. Junkertown I have in a low B probably. Because yeah, first point is rough. Third point is rough too, but I think there's more. I don't know. Retake on second Junkertown is bad too. Maybe Junkertown is C. Because it's like, oh, it's not that bad, but now I'm like, ugh, retaking on all the points feels bad. Yeah, I think Junkertown C is fair. It's not just that there's sniper maps, it's that the fact that, you know, it's not even the fact that it's a sniper map. It's the fact that retaking on second through that horrible staircase and having everybody on the high ground looking down at you just feels garbage. It feels garbage. It feels like the defenders have too strong of a map control advantage. Is it just me? It feels like some of these maps feels almost too CP-ish in terms of how strong defenders' advantage is. You know, it doesn't feel... like, it's same thing with Numbani, really. Numbani, first point, defender's advantage is just, like, hilariously big. Shambali, I mean, that's why Shambali is low B, because I think a lot of people like Shambali, but I have the same concerns with Shambali. I think Shambali defense is way too strong, especially on second point. All the chokes. You know? Like, I like Shambali, I like the feel, I like the atmosphere, I think it's not as bad, but it still feels like oppressive in some points. And that's also why Dorado is B, even though it's a pretty cool... Actually, you know, Dorado has a good argument for being a C tier, but I'll put it in B, low B, for the same reasons. Dorado first point attack just feels rough. Dorado second point attack Feels rough. Dorado 3rd point attack. Feels rough. I mean, there's a point in time where a lot of Overwatch League teams were never pushing Dorado past 2nd point. Like, to me, that's a red flag. You know what I'm saying? I think Defender's Advantage should never be so oppressive that it feels like 2 CP again. You would argue D tier for Dorado? Yeah, I mean, to me, okay, you know what, actually, Dorado might actually be a high C for me. Because now that I think about it, Dorado is probably just as oppressive as Junkertown, but with dive heroes. Like, if you don't have any form of mobility, it feels horrible. Okay, let's keep looking here. I think Midtown's fairly inoffensive here. Gibraltar is good. Okay, here's my problem with Gibraltar. It's the same problem with the other maps. It's like, it's a good map. It feels fun, but it only feels fun on defense. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these payload maps really do have issues with Defender's Advantage, I think. Like, think about retaking Gibraltar 2nd. You know? Horrible. Horrible. I mean, I actually think that's one of the advantages of push, is it actually feels like Defender's Advantage doesn't always feel like as oppressive. Why don't you just stop making random tier lists no one cares about and go outside? I mean, yeah. Esperanza A tier. I mean, I actually think it's probably the least offensive. Esperanza has grown in me. I think it's probably my favorite push map. It's definitely the least offensive one. Midtown first, yeah, Midtown first is brutal, but I think everything else isn't as bad. I think it's probably a little bit behind. I don't know, man. All these payload maps, bro. Like, even Hollywood 2nd feels horrible too. I'm noticing a problem here, you know? Like, all the payload maps or hybrid maps all have like really, really strong defensive things here. Yeah. Yeah, the forward spawn is unique because it allows you to take the high ground really easily. That's a good point. Yeah. Maybe New Queen Street and B is too nice. Why does King's Row never get criticized? I mean, I think it's kind of a meme that's just a great map. And it is a great map. But yeah, I mean, we could criticize. I think 2nd point choke is a little bit brutal. The high grounds aren't utilized enough because they're too inaccessible for like 99% of heroes. 3rd point high ground, there's no way of dealing with it for like almost the entire cast. It has its flaws. I actually don't like Potteriso. It might be my least favorite hybrid map. Besides Numbani. I don't know, something about that 2nd point just gives me the willies. It's so much worse than Coliseum. Why do you think it's so too epic? It's definitely worse for Genji. I feel like all hybrids have really bad 2nd points. Yeah, that's true. Midtown isn't terrible. But yeah. Also, Route 66 has a pretty rough 2nd point as well. I don't know what I think about Eco Point Antarctica either. I'm putting it in B tier because it seems fairly inoffensive, but I think Hanamura looks nice. And I mean, it does look nice, yeah. If we were to talk about what is the worst 2CP chat? I know what mine is. Yeah, Eco Point. Yeah, I mean just Antarctica. Paris. Yeah, I don't think it's Antarctica. Okay, besides Paris. I feel like it has to be Horizon or Hanamura, right? Besides Paris, it has to be Horizon or Hanamura. Yeah, agreed, Stefano. Besides Paris, it has to be, I think, Horizon or Hanamura. I actually think, okay, I feel like Volskaya is the best 2CP and it's not even close, right? In terms of like actual gameplay. And I have the receipts for that one too. Because in Overwatch League, Volskaya was consistently the more competitive, more interesting map. The only hard part about Volskaya was second point attack. Volskaya felt like the most playable just because there's more space. Also, congratulations on the Founders Badge, Entheo. I didn't even realize that you had it. The elevator change? Oh, that's true, yeah. Yeah, yeah. I think, chat. I think we're done here. I think we are close enough to where I wouldn't hang my hat on it, but I also would not sign off on it. So it's all right. It's all right. It's a tier list. What are we doing next? Are we doing fruit tier list? Fruit tier list. You guys could suggest another one to do after the fruit tier list if you want as well. And this is going to be spicy. I don't even know what half these things are. Hang on. Like this is okay, I think. I don't even know what these things are. Is that a dragon fruit? I guess. Okay. I guess we could just do this one. All right. What music do I like, Spilo? Yes. Basically everything. Okay. Since you were a bodybuilder shouting Overwatch tips? Yeah. Okay. Okay. Here's the deal. Apple, but not Red Delicious. I like a lot of different styles of music. I think probably I like classicals, film music, alternative. My favorite. I think if okay. Are we grading it based off of the peaks of the fruit or the average of the fruit? Because if so, Apple goes from being like here to like here if we're talking peaks. Because if we're talking like the best peaks, okay, then I think Apple can start with good staple. I don't know what you guys think. Because like to me, like if you get like a pink lady or a honey crisp, it's a really good fruit. But there's a lot of really just not so great apples that, or not even like bad, they're just not that great. You know what I'm saying? Do tier list the best Hans Zimmer scores? I think. Oh, here's your hot take. I think Interstellar might be better than Inception, but it's close for me. I need to check. I don't remember all of his scores though. Yeah. Okay. So cherries. I don't like cherries, chat. I don't like them very much. I don't even know. Even as a kid, I never was a huge fan of cherries. I'm sorry. I will say this. It is more of a taste. Obviously, I understand why people they don't taste bad. They just somehow the flavor doesn't do it for me. I respect it though. I respect it though. I understand the fault is in me, right? I can respect that the talent it takes to have a good cherry. I just don't enjoy it that much. Cherries have cyanide. That's great. Blueberries, they're all right. I might actually change this because I feel like having one gap between blueberries and like peak tier Honeycrisp apples seems kind of like offensive to me, but the breed of apples matters much more. Yeah, true. The talent it takes to pop a cherry, you're hilarious. Yeah, banana. All right. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. Okay. Actually. Okay. Bananas by themselves? No. They used to make me gag as a kid. They just don't taste like much of anything. Okay? But I would also put avocado down here, unless you were to make like guacamole, because you can like put avocado on like a burger, or like you make it like guacamole and it's like really good, right? And the same thing goes with bananas. Bananas in something is amazing. It's like up here. So what are we talking about? We're talking about just the raw fruit. Raw? All right. There we go. Oh, that's true. That's true, Smearkle. But then, Sin, if it's only good in other contexts, then cherry falls below. But I'd probably rather eat a raw cherry than I would eat a raw banana. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Like, guacamole is amazing. And banana bread and banana stuff is good, but like, I don't know. Do you put the cherry in the middle one? But I don't even know if I'd eat a cherry. See, this tier list sucks. Like, I'm gonna have to change this. I'm gonna have to change this up. Good, just not raw. Just not raw. All right. Gross. No. There we go. There. Yeah, what do you guys think? Banana has high utility. Agreed. So yeah. Okay. Here we go. Grab a firm hold of your butt cheeks and give them a squeeze, cause it's coming. All right, I'll move my camera. Oh no, I don't want to do that. It's terrifying. I'll do this here. They've grown in me. They taste good. They taste good by themselves. You're hilarious, 40. I'm gonna call you 40 when you're being naughty, Mally when you're being good. I don't know. I like grapefruit, honestly, man. I don't know. You know what? Okay, I am convinced that your tastes change as you get older, not just because like, you know, your tastes change, but I feel like you literally like there's something happens with your body or something. Because like, bro, like grapefruits were like whatever, you know, they weren't bad as a kids, but they're like whatever, and like, oh, sweet. But now I'm like older, I'm like, I like spicy. Oh, pepper and, you know, grapefruit and I mean, it's not spicy technically, but you know what I'm saying? I don't know I don't know the difference between cherries or sweet cherries. What's the difference? I mean, I know that there is a difference, but like the sweet cherries, like the little ones, and the other ones are like the bigger, more like succulent ones. You taste bitterness less as you get older. Ah, I didn't know that. Also, apple is good because you can eat it with a knife to intimidate. That's also true. I do know that interferes with psychotropic meds. Yes. That's just an added benefit. Okay. All right. Here's the interesting one, because I think grapes fall into here. That's not what I wanted to select, because good grapes are really good. I'm not going to judge grapes just because there's always a couple of bad ones, but I will. But the couple of bad ones are like legitimately the reason why I don't eat grapes very much, because I'm always terrified to get a bad one. You taste less bitterness the more bitter you become. And they're not versatile. Exactly. I'm always scared every time I bite into a grape. It doesn't matter. I'm always like, am I gonna like legitimately like curl my tongue back and just go into convulsions? Like, it's scary. It's scary. I don't know. They're good when they're good though, you know? It's just like, it's scary. Yeah, they're so gross, but you never know. You're like, oh, this one looks firm and plump, you know? And then you're like, oh, no, you know? It's like, it's too late. It's permeated your brain. It's ruined the day. Sweet cherries are smaller, more acidic, and I like them. Sweet cherries are bigger, sweeter. Oh, okay. Makes sense to us. A good grape does go really hard. Ugh, it's just, look at me. I'm literally getting chills thinking about grapes, and not in a good way. Listen, guys, if you're getting chills about a fruit, then you probably should avoid the fruit. Ugh. All right, cantaloupe. I don't know. It's okay. It tastes fine. Wait, that's not even cantaloupe. Wait, it is. No, it's not. Where's honeydew? What is this? I'm just gonna say cantaloupe. Yeah, it's okay. It's a texture thing. If it's like really crisp, it's pretty good. But it's like it's one of the. It's not that great. It's all right. But if the texture is bad, it's like straight Z tier. But remember, we're judging peaks here, you know? There's no honeydew. If I had honeydew melon, it'd probably be in like not that great. It's as well like pretty mid. And by the way, I'm trying to keep this in order, I think. I actually might put cantaloupe in front of grapes. Well, no, actually, no. Peak grapes beats cantaloupe, I think. Kiwi. What do you guys think about kiwi? Because I know they're really good for you, but I don't actually like the flavor that much. I do eat them, and I enjoy them enough, but they're so tangy. It's almost like, it's like up there with grapefruit, but somehow it doesn't, grapefruit hits it with me. I think for me, probably like here. Because the grapes are a gamble, and even peak grapes aren't as good as like peak grapefruit or apple for me. You don't like your food having hair? What's wrong with you? Yeah, I don't know. Yellow kiwis? Didn't even know that was a thing. Okay, this one shouldn't even be a hot take, but I know some of you morons are gonna be like, what? Right? I'm sorry. That's it, right there. Nobody eats these fruits raw. So, you know, it's gonna be here. Actually, this is probably right. Like lemon and limes are great flavors, but why on earth would you ever? How are you gonna eat one raw? You never would eat one raw, ever. Like maybe a lime, a couple of slices, but no. So no. What is this? This looks like candied testicles. Like what is this? What is that? Lychee? Okay, I don't know what it is, so I'm just gonna leave it out. This is a mango, right, guys? Mango, right? Okay. Mangoes are okay. Mangoes are good. Their flavor is not that good. They have a really good texture for them though. I haven't had a mango in a long time though. Like I haven't had, so I'm gonna give that caveat there. I haven't had a mango in like literally years. Dried mango makes you feel something. Indigestion. Okay. Orange. I don't know. I mean, you'd have to be kind of dense to not put orange as like a good staple. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. It's good. Orange juice is great. Orange by itself is great. There's lots of different types of oranges. Did you know my great-grandfather actually ran an orange... I mean, I grew up in Florida. My grandparents were like Floridians for generations, and we had... I almost said vineyards, but orchards. Groves, I guess would be the term. Yeah, I like oranges. They're good. Lots of good things about oranges. Inoffensive. This looks like... What is this abomination? What is that? Pitahaya? Passion fruit. I'm familiar with the name passion fruit, but I don't think I've actually had it plain, so I can't really grade it. I can't really grade it. Nice, Varashi. Varashi finally snapped. All it took was a passion fruit and it snapped. I've never really had it raw. Oh, peach. Is that a hot take? I really like a really good peach, bro, is really good. I feel like it's like I would rather eat a really ripe peach over like any fruit, honestly, just about. Like it's really good. It tastes really good. And especially if they're firm. Suspicious because hair. Yeah. Peak peach is really hard to beat. Dude, I don't know. It just tastes so good. And we have like a farm stand right down the road. Oh my gosh, it's so good. They're really good. They're really, really good. They're just peachy. Well, Varashi, this is a bad nude, bud. Let's do this. Anyway, moving on. Pineapple. Don't make dad jokes in my chat. Pineapple, what do you guys think? I feel like pineapple is like really good, but it's actually kind of like hard to eat by itself. To me, pineapple falls into the kiwi category where it's like, yeah, pineapple, but then I'm like, oh, pineapple, and I'm like, oh, I'd eat it, but I could feel my gums like receding as we speak. I feel like it's a very controversial fruit. I think good pineapple probably falls into like this tier, like like here or lower here, but it's just not as consistent, and it's like, dude, I would legit eat like 4 or 5 oranges, but I don't know how much pineapple I could eat before I lose it. You know what I'm saying? But pineapple juice is like a freaking amazing in other fruit juices. Pineapple juice is so good. So good. Dried pineapple is good too. Yep. And also like if you guys ever had like pineapple coconut juice, like not like pina colada, like just like pineapple coconut juice, it's actually like oh, it's really good. So I don't know. I might put pineapple as like low good staple because it's just hard to like. It's just not as good as, I don't know. Grilled pineapple? Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Pineapple's good. Although I can see the downsides. All right. I'm going to be real. It's just kind of gushy, and it doesn't really have, yeah, it's just there. I don't know. I never was a plum guy. I realize that like as I'm getting aged and decrepit, that like texture matters a lot to me, and it's not an accident that a lot of the crisper, harder textures, like I love hard stuff. Like I don't like, the reason why I don't like red delicious is because it's just like eating a wad of gum. Like, it should be like hard and crisp and stuff, and then like squishies are down here, you know what I'm saying? It's just crisp it has to be crisp. I don't know why. 80 rates freights with hair. Yeah. Welcome back, Farashi. Okay, does anyone actually eat pomegranates unironically? Like, I feel like I've had the flavor in like juices and stuff. I don't know if I've ever had one by itself. Maybe I've had a bite and they're just like, the flavor is kind of like berry-like, for lack of a better term. I don't know. Yeah. I don't know. I'm gonna leave them where they are. We're missing one, by the way. Blackberry. Do you guys know what blackberries are? Is that just an American thing? Blackberry? To me, that one falls into like probably the grape category. It's good. Can stain the gods, yeah. Blackberries are good. Maybe a little bit better than blueberries, actually. I'm literally getting a saliva rush from it. They're so tangy. Okay. Yo, is that why you get saliva rush with tangy fruit? Because they're more acidic, so your body needs more enzymes to protect itself or to break the stuff down? Is that why? Like, think about it. Sour stuff makes you salivate more. Keep going. You almost got it. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, wild blackberries is crazy. When I lived like an hour north of where I live now, over in Waynesville, we lived up on the side of a mountain, and there were wild blackberries that grow. No, oh, rip. Okay, raspberries. Okay, this one is another real toe curler. Okay, because raspberries are my favorite berry, but they also have a tendency to get a little squishy and occasionally have a bad one. If you have really good fresh raspberries, I think they're really, really good, but they're one of the more riskier of fruits. They do rot super fast, yeah. So if we're judging based off of peak, this is where raspberries fall. But there is a lot more risk behind it. And I don't know why. I'm not sure if it's because of the shape of the raspberry means that moisture gets stuck in the middle, so they rot from the inside out or whatever. But they are really, really good, but they can get you if you're not careful. You need a raspberry guy. But raspberries are probably the best berry, in my opinion, if you get it. Yeah, exactly, Stefano. Yeah. And I think strawberry is honestly probably just better than raspberry because it's just way more consistent, and also its peaks are honestly just as high. Like, a really good strawberry is just as good as a raspberry, but it's a lot harder to get a bad strawberry than it is to get a bad raspberry. They're just inoffensive. Like, it's just hard to not beat a good strawberry. Honestly, you could probably bump up strawberries. I don't even know. Honestly, I don't know if the best apple beats this. Maybe I'd put this like here. Like strawberries, I don't know, mate. Because I also wouldn't want to eat a lot of grapefruits in a row. But one grapefruit's really good. Maybe something like this. Berry monger. I need to find a berry monger. I don't have a berry monger. I've gone berry picking a few times. I live in a pretty, not rural area. But there's a lot of like farming in the area. Yeah, no, I agree with you, Smirkle, yeah, but we're judging based off of peaks, but yeah, I agree with you. There's likely a berry monger near you. That sounds so, like, frightening. There's likely a berry monger near you and you don't even realize it. Have you checked the back of your car, in your closet, your children's closets? If you eat a grapefruit, please make sure it's not interfering with medications, yes. There's probably a berry monger under your home. He doesn't even realize it. The electricity flickers. Oh. Okay. All right, y'all. Okay. This is gonna be the most. I mean, how do you even place tomato, guys? How do you even place this? How do you place this fruit? Also, they're forgetting pepper as well. We'll get to that one in a second. It's. But see, even this doesn't even do it justice. You know what I'm saying? If you guys have ever had like a fresh tomato, like I used to grow tomatoes, a fresh tomato cut up with like salt and pepper, plain, is pretty good. It's not bad. It's like it's not as good, near as good as other fruit, but it's all right. But oh my gosh, it's just you can't live without tomato, cooking wise. So plain, it's really a mid fruit. I would put it like barely above these, like below cantaloupe even. But like it just dominates everything else. That's true. Yeah. I will say this though, that maybe this is a hot take, but in my experience with gardening, which I used to be pretty good at gardening back in the day, tomatoes are up there with like corn in terms of the best vegetable / fruit to eat fresh. Tomatoes in the store, I think you lose a lot by getting it to the store. I think tomatoes are one of the worst aging fruits when it comes. I think it's the way that they ripen them in the trucks. So tomatoes are objectively like just dominant fruit, but raw they're not as good. But that being said, if you only eat tomatoes from a store, it's like the berry monger thing. It's kind of hard to judge. Tomato monger. Yeah, and I think pepper probably falls in the same thing. Like pepper is another domineering one, whether it's a chili pepper or a bell pepper or like, you know, a cayenne pepper. It's like it would be hard to live without pepper. Not as hard as tomato, but it would be hard to live without pepper. But by itself, it's just not that good. I will say, have you guys ever had like an orange, yellow, or a red bell pepper? Like a fully ripe, I think orange is my favorite flavor. Fully ripe bell pepper cut up. It's actually not too bad. It with nothing else, no salt, no pepper, just slice it up. It's an enjoyable flavor. Does pepper domineer you then? No comment. No, it's not on the list. Sorry. But have you guys ever had like an orange, like a really brightly colored fresh bell pepper? They're pretty good. They're pretty good plain. I would say they're better than tomato plain, maybe even. Yeah. It's pretty decent. But pepper as a whole still falls in the same category. It's just not as good as these fruits, but it's a staple and other stuff. Okay. Let's be honest, guys. Let's not waste any time, okay? It's just, I mean, maybe even better. It's just, it is, it's just how it is. It's just how it is. It just, I mean, the surely that's the iciest take I've said just yet. It's just so good, guys. It's just so good. Especially a good watermelon, you know what I'm saying? There are some mid watermelons that they happen sometimes, but a peak watermelon, oh, it's just great. You just have to eat it and you eat it and you eat it more and it just eat it more. Do you eat the white of the watermelon or just the red? Just the red. I mean, I'm not gonna kill like go crazy if I take a bite of white, but man, yeah, the mealy watermelon's not so good. Figs. I've never had actually. I think I've bitten a fig. They're not so great. Yeah, watermelon is just amazing. Watermelon is great. I love watermelon so much. Okay. All right. I don't know if this is going to be a hot take or not. I'm not sure. But that's where I place them. Like a really, really good pear. I could see like a really, again, crisp pear. But to me, the problem with pears is their flavor isn't that good. It's like an apple, but not a great apple. And the texture is consistently soft. Yes, mealy. Yes. Yeah, true. To be honest with you, I'll admit it, I've never had a really great pair. I've had some okay pairs, but I've never had a great pair. Yeah, shut up, Zinsei. Stop skull emojiing. Okay, so I will admit ignorance when it comes to like S tier pairs, but yeah, I've had like okay pairs, and I was just like, I don't know. Really, man, you guys, where do you get your pairs? I don't know where. Do I need to buy a pair monger? I'm just gonna walk down my street. Anyone know a pair monger? That's a quick way to get arrested in like 2 minutes. The Korean market. The Asiatic pair. Yeah. Okay. Oh, I feel like pear juice wouldn't be that good, right? Okay. Look up some hard pears. Okay. Yeah, I feel like I'm pretty happy with this tier list. This feels pretty close. I think everyone's would look different here, but buying pears like gambling. Gotta keep gambling. Who mongers all of them? Why do we have to keep saying monger? Monger! We're mongering, you gotta find a pear monger, a raspberry monger. Oh man. That's hilarious. That's a fun word. Maybe so. I will say that, isn't it, don't we have better citrus in America? I think we have better citrus in America. Didn't show up for their lessons. Nice. Overwatch coaching monger. Yeah, you guys need to find your local coaching monger. Okay. We have good citrus yet? Oh, you do? Where do you grow citrus? Is it like, did Spain grow citrus or something? Yeah, I mean, if you live near Florida, you're gonna get citrus. Okay, question. Should we do one more? Should we do one more tier list? I don't even know what to do. What do you guys think? I don't really feel like doing an Overwatch tier list. Do something fun. This is fun. On the Junkrat Twitter clip. What Junkrat Twitter clip? Oh, the one where he didn't get healing? Man, I don't want to get involved in that. That was just dumb. The Junkrat probably should have gotten healing, but he also probably shouldn't have gotten his stupid fat bottom over and grabbed the mega health pack and stopped whining because the people were in the middle of the fight and he was behind them. I don't know. I'm so tired of those clips. Whose fault was it? Yes, both. They both suck. Sports. Ooh, veggie list. Sports seem nice. Well, let's see if I can find one because I haven't played enough sports. I'm gonna say something really stupid. That's the problem, is I haven't tried all the sports. So like, yeah, I don't want to do sports. Electronic music tier list. Do a cuddling position tier list. Bed position. Seasoning list. Religion tier list. State tier list. How about something veggie tier list? Tier list maker. Maybe we could just find a website and scroll through their tier lists. Sonic ranks Sonic Girls, our cursed childhood TV show tier list. Best logos. Oh, Genshin Impact. Your hairstyle from the past tier list. Raised tier list. Oh my god. Ice cream flavor, maybe. Video tier list. Maybe ice cream flavor. I don't know. I don't know about ice cream flavor. No, not brands. No. Ice cream tier list. Any other ideas? Avatar based on funny faces. VOD review tier list by most enjoyable hero to VOD. Decade tier list. Serial tier list. Maybe serial tier list. Alright, so I'm gonna be honest, like I haven't like Yeah, see, what is this? Maybe we could do like, maybe we could do like cereal tier list, or you know what, candy tier list. Let's try this one. So I haven't had candy in like, I literally don't even eat candy. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, but surely this would be fun at least, right? What do you guys think? X tier list? Too many to the list. Do you guys even know any of these? Dang it. That's tragic. Man! Maybe we can't even do a tier list. Wouldn't that just be tragic if we couldn't even do it? We might even not be able to do a tier list. I can't even, because I can't think of anything that's gonna be worth doing. Spylo viewer tier list. Most enjoyable heroes to VOD review. Did we do fast food already? No. We could try. I don't know, bro. I don't even eat fast food anymore. You know, my takes would probably be like ice cold as well. Accent tier list. Most enjoyable heroes to Overwatch. Maybe we should just do that one. Most enjoyable heroes to watch. But this one's gonna be heavily biased based off of like how often I do them. And there's not even a Kiriko in here. Overwatch. Maybe we'll do based off of heroes that are fun to watch or fun to coach. Action movie star tier list. What? Okay. Let's just try this one. Okay. Basically, these are the one. How fun? Okay. This one shouldn't take too long either. So heroes that I enjoy coaching the most. I'm just gonna zoom through these. No. Only because I haven't coached her in a long time. This is current right now. I don't really love coaching any hero, honestly. They're all fun, but there's none that like stand. That's not true. I like coaching heroes, but none of them like stand out head and toes above the rest. All right, let's treat this like the other tier list, where I go with my gut, and then you guys be like, "What? Why is fill in the blank?" And that rank, and then we'll go from there. What do you guys think? What are the ones that are confusing you? Maybe I can elaborate on. Widow not an S tier? I think Widow's fun to coach. Symmetra's fun because her new playstyle in Overwatch 2, there's a lot more dynamics with how she plays. there's like a lot of decision making that you have to do, and there's like and also it's not a hero that I've coached a lot of, so it's fun. Like you guys have to understand that this is heavily recency biased, and I don't really care. Like Kiriko's not that bad to coach, but I've just coached so much of her that I just don't want to ever see her again. And the same thing goes with like Symmetra, but the flip side, like Symmetra I just haven't seen a lot of, so I'm down to see her more. But at the same time, Genji was like a C tier not long ago because I was coaching so much Genji, right? Tracer is interesting, but the same thing. I consistently coach a lot of Tracer. Ryan and Monkey, I mean, they're fine. They're fun. But I've coached a decent amount of them. Ball is pretty fun as well. Yeah, but a lot of it's more like mechanical stuff, which is hard, a little bit harder to coach. Pharah's just boring to coach, bro. Like, I don't even coach Pharah that much, but it's always like, hey, what's a good spam angle? Hey, let's set up a dive. What are the best positions? There's just not a lot of nuance to her hero. There's like knowing your matchups and then hitting your shots. And she's a very one-dimensional hero. It's a lot like Mercy where there is nuance to the hero, but like, it's more about just doing the basic boring things really well, and I just don't find that fun to coach. Same thing goes with Mercy. Mercy, it's like, hey, were you positioned properly? How's your beam management? How's your cover usage? Are you trying the lobby with Valk? Do you have basic movement skills? That's pretty much it. There's just not a lot to it. There just ain't. Ana is fun, but I've coached so much Ana. Like, Ana is probably one of my most coached heroes, period. Recently, I haven't coached as much Ana, but like, I'm preemptively burned out from like the last 5 years. And Lucio, I actually don't find as interesting because even though there's a lot to him, it ends up being similar to Ana where I've just coached a lot of him. And there's certain aspects of him that I can't coach as well, like improving your wall riding and things like that. Why isn't Diva A? Again, repetition. Coach too much Diva. Brig at least bumps up because she's more interesting and more. I haven't coached her as much. Anything you've coached a lot of that you don't get sick of? Reinhardt, Widowmaker, probably. Batiste is so dull, so dull. Are you trolling with your abilities? Are you weaving damage? It's just this. So. If you had to pick one hero to coach for a whole week, what would it be? Jeez, none of them. Not one. For a day, maybe like May. Bro, I've literally coached Kiriko. One time I had a coaching session or off stream or maybe it was stream, I don't remember. I remember I coached like 4 Kirikos back to back to back. It was rough. And then the next day I coached 2 more Kirikos. I also don't always have answers for why I prefer X hero over the other hero either. Sometimes it's just my gut. I don't really know why. Why is Junker Queen A? Because I have coached basically next to none of her. She would probably get pretty repetitive though. Least enjoyable clients to work with by hero? Huh. I'm trying to think if there is any sort of like consistency with the heroes I main. Well, Doomfist playstyle is pretty complicated in Overwatch 2. So, I haven't really noticed a pattern with Doomfist players. Genji players are usually younger people. Ryans are usually middle-aged dads that type in team chat to tell everybody to join voice. Symmetra players are usually inwardly flamboyant, outwardly reserved. Wrecking Ball players are usually just higher energy, a little bit weird. Ana players are like the smooth, consistent support players, but they have a little bit of an edge to them. Hanzo players are like projectile players that are trying to be hit scan. They're generally, you know, a little. They've got a little bit of an attitude. trying to think which ones here. Nothing really to say about any of these off the top of my head. People that like Batiste are usually really boring. People that like Bastion usually eat glue. Moira players actually fall into like the Hanzo category where they have a little bit of an ego. What am I missing in chat? What did people say? Is team coaching fun? Yeah, it's fun. It's fun. It's fun. Okay. Hog players, dribbling morons. Now, usually hog players fall into like the symmetric category where they're actually like normally like inwardly flamboyant, outwardly reserved. Sojourn player is literally just AIs. Mercy players are like secretly Hanzo players that they just hate everybody, but outwardly they're very nice. Yeah, I don't know. Those are my stereotypes here. I don't think anything else really speaks to me. Yeah. Zen players are a lot like Ana players. They're just like normal old support players, nice people, but they have an edge to them. They just want to kill things secretly. Ow. Tor players? Remember what I said about glue eaters? That actually doesn't apply as much to Tor players, but just a wee bit. Just a wee bit. Just a wee bit. You should make a YouTube video, what does your main say about you? I feel like that's probably been done so many times before. I swear that must have been done so many times before. Security issues. Okay, chat. I'm gonna head out. I'm gonna toss a raid over to Entheo, one of my founders. Been coaching this dude for years. He took a long break and just hit Masters recently, and he's streaming. Give him a shout. Tell him I said hello. Loves and kisses. I'll see you guys on Tuesday. Exclamation mark coaching, exclamation mark Patreon, exclamation mark YouTube, exclamation your mama, exclamation 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Yeah, thanks, mates. 4, 3. Smelly loser. You what? You what?